Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Disney Dungeons and Dragons. I am your dungeon master. My name is August Schmidt, and with me, as always, is the Order of the Imagineers. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh man, crazy stuff last time. We had Dungeons and Dragons. And a little, quite a bit of dragons.
A little bit of reverse form.
In Magencia, you guys, Dumbo and Merida, on a stealth op mission, discovered crazy good information.
Hello?
Hello, guest star. If you want, it's all the way in the front.
Our
I'm so
guest
sorry.
star?
Guest?
No.
He already had his stuff.
I left my milk here yesterday.
Junior boy.
Yes, sorry.
But last time,
Saturday is much more crowded than Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. Your eyelashes are amazing and your makeup.
as you guys found your way through this layer, this what do I want to call it? An underground slave trade. There's the word.
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking operations. Or no. Human's not the right word. A person trafficking. Because again, humans, non-binaries, animals, a lot of persons. Humanoid. There's a good word. Humanoid. But that was only a small part of it. As again, coming back immediately to the rest of the Imagineers, Arthur helped send you all off on a mission with the instructions to kill Iago and stop the dragons by any means necessary. Which, through crazy wild magic, the absolute shenanery of it all, you guys were able to do so. As you guys, let's see, basically in a nutshell, running everywhere for the dragons. Iago became apparent, then became unapparent again. Raya, Rico, Penguins of Madagascar vomited out the orb after a wild magic surge, which you were on 1 hit point, my guy.
And saved Damona's life.
And saved Damona's life because
annoying!
apparently Damona was never there. What? Yeah, you heard that part. It was the crazy Paris stuff that
You're
happened.
welcome. Wherever
It was wild. And
Damona.
right when our session ended, Raya grabbing the orb, and this is where, again, final choice. Are you taking the dragons?
Yes.
Burn them to
As
the
you, it really helps, right? As again, you're holding the orb. You've ordered them to stop, so they can't do anything. It's actually quite annoying.
With the orb, I am not forcing them to come, but if they choose to come, so be it.
I'm controlling.
So,
Well, you have to
fun
choose
fact,
to
with
take
the
them or
orb,
not,
it
yeah.
really isn't a dragon's choice anymore. That's the worst part
As
about
soon as
an
you
orb of
have-
Can I
dragons.
release them?
No, it's literally like a, it's there. If you choose to just do nothing, yes, but then,
Well then, I
Angry Jack.
want them to come with me.
alright.
Not that I actively force them to go with me.
So
I
you
want
may
them
just
to
want
come
us to, but it's not you, it's the orb
The
which
orb.
interprets that
yeah.
and then forces it to
It's
will.
Yeah,
a big old
interprets your
crazy
desire as an
artifact.
order.
Yeah, this isn't like a magic item. This
This
is
is
an
an artifact.
artifact.
This is like
high
bigger
level.
than Eye of Vecna.
High level.
Could Sisu come?
Could help.
There's literally
Sisu's
only 5
not
that were ever
here.
made, ever, and 3 of them are and 2 of them are
Yeah.
destroyed, and 2 of them are missing.
In classic D&D canon.
Yeah.
This is in Desanya. These were destroyed long
Yeah,
ago
all of
after
them.
many wars in a attempt to never again
Are
have
the
this.
sun, moon,
Like,
and
that's
star
why I wanna
artifacts
ask-
as well?
Yes, those
It's
are
that
artifacts.
level.
It's
I want to
that
ask so
level.
many questions about the
Yeah.
Kumandra Dragon Orb
Yeah.
because
Keeping in mind, like,
Orbs of Dragon kind.
the sun, this infinite source of power, the moon, infinite source of wisdom, and the star, which can basically, like, upcast any spell. Imagine casting 15th level spells, right, with these artifacts. It's that level of power.
20th
Rapunzel.
I
level
miss
smite.
having the
Um,
sun, you know, with me. I miss
Nat
sunny.
20 on a
Then-
20th level smite.
Cut.
Ideal.
So basically,
DND
Raya
agreed.
thinks she's going alone. It's
All
like,
the
man, it'd be
DNDs.
nice if they come with. And
And
then the orbs.
The orb takes it. As boom, Iago, you feel bending and twisting. Raya, you feel this as well, and the wave of memory, pun intended, as it feels as if you're going through the ocean, moving up and down. Unlike normal transportation, which your body seems to feel like folding in on itself, your mind itself snaps. Boom! as the landscape seems to unfold around you, rippling like waves into your vision. High mountains up over to the north, waterways creeping down to the south, animals and birds in all corners creeping and crawling as magic surges through your nostrils. Raya and Iago, you are in Kumandra.
Do you have a map of Kumandra?
I do. I would love to
Yeah!
you guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
Iago
Bring
just
up the
looking
art
around
that I
now,
showed you.
profusely sweating.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want you back to your ex's house.
Sweat? Can reptiles sweat?
No.
Or more, it's like the neighborhood, and you're gonna get bumped if you go down the wrong alley. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dragons
Dragons.
here don't really like me.
The dragons are known in Kumandra, but it's mostly blue dragon, white dragon, and silver dragon that have been known to like frequent here. And even
yeah.
at that, like they
They don't
don't
like you.
stay. The blue dragons have made like I don't want to say a name for themselves, but in the religion of the worship of these dragons as powerful beings, basically gods, and offering that respect. The blue dragons are much more chill in this world, right? Like most people in Kumandra, you know this, right? Same with most of the people here. A blue dragon is something to be revered, respected, something you look up to. Most other dragons, normal Fae may or may not know about them, but especially among dragon and magical creature, a red dragon isn't great to see. Even though you're not unwelcome, it's just
It's just it doesn't bear good news most of the time.
it's a culture thing, right? It's that ooh. Here we go.
Yeah.
Dragon races.
I mean,
Yeah.
when all of your ancestors were chaotic evil and burned down everyone's villages for fun,
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
just
there.
imagine the Joker as a dragon, and that's red dragons for you.
Here we go. Sorry.
So
I
it's
saved
actually
my
more like
Kumandra
the
map
white
elsewhere.
guy walking on it. Oh.
In Kumandra,
Yeah, it's a white guy walking.
It's like, yeah.
here's where you know you are. Raya, you know this land well enough, and Iago, it's enough to put forward. You are actually about right below the belly. You're not exactly in Heart. You're about right, you know, like 20 miles away from Heart. It's something where if you were to travel, you could make it to these mountain areas, but you can still see the mountains rising, the waterways as they descend downward. As this is going through, Raya, what would you do? You are still holding the orb, and you see Iago again. In your
Yeah.
form, all the dragons have stopped here.
Oh my gosh, is it still commanding you guys?
Yes.
She puts it into a bag so her hands aren't touching it. Does it stop whatever it's doing?
In putting in, Iago, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
I release you guys.
Oh,
But also don't kill me when I release you, please.
Wisdom save, that is a 21.
Oh, by the way, Riot immediately drops to a
21.
kneel and does the orb symbol as like, I'm
yes.
It's
You
not
just hear her
all
muttering,
gotta
I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so
Oh,
sorry!
21, and you were in a Feywild. Please roll with advantage. Feywild, there's innate
Yeah,
magic.
21.
21's okay. I have to roll real quick for the other two dragons. That was okay. Interesting. The gold dragon still seems very, like, rigid. Fridris is, like,
That is interesting.
still, like, trying to stretch out claw.
Dispel magic on him.
Cerdis, the silver dragon, already is rippling down through, wings kind of folding in, becoming a lot more elongated. Seems to stop, looks around, and does that same... You watch as she completely dissolves, spins, and turns until you see standing a elegant humanoid woman, rounded ears, but silver hair pulled back into a high 2-point ponytail, coming down. And you see she is dressed in very like traditional Kumandran garb, more of the cut-off sleeve with the shoulder more open into the V, but still with more of a like grass-length dress on.
Iago will also revert to his very gorgeous humanoid form.
Very good. And with that, if you'd like to describe that to everyone.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, it's been
absolutely.
a hot second.
Been a hot
It's
second?
been a
I'm
hot
gonna open up his
Man, if only
mini-
pansexual Louis
Oh,
was
why did I just close that?
Dragons?
Because then I can describe exactly the details I want.
Yes.
rippling them and they both be reptiles.
Ab.
Abba? Baba?
No. What you see though, right, is again, two of the dragons have begun to change form. Again,
What about this gold dragon?
the gold dragon is still like very much solid for a moment.
Yeah.
Would you like me to cast Dispel Magic?
This isn't a dispel magic thing.
It's not, isn't
It
it?
is not.
No?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iago, as his scales and wings folded, less grotesque than what Meg saw when he was unpolymorphed. He just very cleanly folds in, and almost in like one swift motion, his red scales turn into this flowing red cloth. As you see a very dark-skinned man with short hair, deep green draconic eyes, wearing these very nice red clothes, a sort of robe over these baggy red pants. Almost what you would see in Agrabah a lot. Very, very fancy though. Trimmed in all these light blue, dark blue, and silvers.
As this happens, Riot, what would you say?
Hey, I am so sorry that it plane shifted you all with me. Do you all have the ability to go back if you want to?
You see the gold dragon, now succeeding on throw. Immediately, like as the claws begin to move, you see that this gentleman, or excuse me, the gentleman appearing in this polymorph, hair becoming long gray, very like that blonde graying hair, very full beard. You see immediately he is wearing very classic, what we would know as like Chinese old. I had the word. I can't remember which dynasty. But again, long flowing robes, sleeves, all beautiful embroidered gold. As Freyrdris breaks free of this, turns, looks at you. You're, full repose, praying to them. Freyrdris looks at you, turns to the other two. Iago, you see that gleam in the eye. You know, again, he is just as dangerous as he would be in normal form. Maybe more so. You're never sure with dragons.
Dragons are funky, especially metallic.
Yes,
They're
metallic.
nerds.
They are a
They
toss-up.
love their humanoid.
They're a
forms.
toss-up. But you see, as this happens, he turns to you, Iago, and to Serdis. The Fae has released us, but custom dictates the Fae dies.
What if the Fae is Queen of Kamandra, however? And with that, Raya stands up a little bit taller. Kind of takes the orb down.
Custom dictates the Fae dies for holding an orb of dragon
Oh,
crush.
As custom does, this is true.
No, I
But
don't want
then-
to like it's gonna die.
There are other factors that we as respectable draconics should take into effect. The fact that gods are invoking unrighteous dominion upon our world.
Serdis seems to not in agreement. Just Iago makes a point, as well as this was the orb brought to the Fey Wilds. But let it be known, as was the worry, the orb did come back and provoke havoc once again to all dragonkind. Frederis is kind of taking these sides. Raya, in the most
Great dragons
offensive
may
yet
they
non-offensive way, they have kind of cut you. They're just it's become this triangle of just them talking.
May I?
Forgive me, my voice is always hoarse after transformation. Salted back. My recommendation for our course of action would be to destroy the orb,
Can I have a
but
say in
allow the
this?
Fae to survive. Seeing as their intentions were pure, and I personally do not want to anger one chosen by the Fae.
Also,
Fae
since
chosen are interesting, but I don't believe it would be in our best interest to let this go, as then tale may show that we were not all-powerful dragons.
I'm not gonna make you guys look bad! Right? Kind of as she's been mumbling in the corner, can I talk? Can I input? I'm so sorry I yelled, but I'm not going to make you look bad. I have a mission to not only get back this to my people, and I understand that I failed in protecting this. I protected this in the name of Sisu, and so I must return this to her. That is my input. Please don't kill me.
Serdis looks at you kind of in that, Sisu was charged with the protection of this orb after the imprisonment of her siblings.
Indeed.
Being the ancient blue dragon,
Don't attack her, please.
Attacking is not necessarily the protocol. However,
failure
it
was
is
apparent.
her failure. It is her responsibility
Technically,
to
it
accept
was
this.
mine. My people have.
Simple
I have
mortals.
sworn an order. I am
but
not
Fae-
mortal!
Fae are mortal in
They are mortal.
Well, I
many
mean, I am
ways.
mortal.
Still, simpler
We're not here.
beings cannot be forced full responsibility of something given to the task of a dragon.
You see, Freyrdris is nodding in agreement with this. As you see, he sits.
So I suppose what I'm asking is we don't make a decision on this until we get Sisu and possibly a council of you all together. You can decide what to do.
And risk destroying all of us.
No!
Out of courtesy and out of the greatest respect for you bring us here is why I do not destroy Iago and Cerdis.
Cool. Are you not, in your
Altruistic
mortal
words.
form, I'm can I show you hospitality at the nation's capital?
No.
Okay. Iago. Can I show you hospitality at the nation's capital? I need to.
You see though, in the sky, Raya, thunder has grown. The skies have grown cloudy, and appearing as
Oh.
lightning seems to strike. As you look naturally at the lightning, though, you feel someone move past you.
I'm holding my bag.
No, yeah. Not taking anything from your bag. Opposite side of your bag.
Okay.
Walks forward. You realize Sisu is in
I kneel
her
again.
mortal form.
Because when
You
I
know.
yelled, I stood up. I immediately
You
kneeled
see
again.
Sisu. Hey, listen. I think now that the orb is back, I give it once again to the protectors here, and you guys can go have fun in Desanya.
There was. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, as I was not part of the council to send the orb here due to circumstances. However, I assume following the code of our draconic, just everything in our existence, there is repercussions for you having failed to keep it here.
Freyrdris nods, just Sisu, though not to you, to the Order of the Blue Dragons, was kept this orb in Kumandra. The orb was since stolen, brought back to the mortal plane, and used to enslave draconic kind.
Maybe instead of punishing the person who lost it, we
Sisu
punish the
turns to
people.
you just like, I don't want you to get eaten. Please let me talk. You're okay. She turns back quickly.
May I, initially, before we continue our important discussions,
Freyrdris,
recommend we remove the mortal from our presence?
Huh?
Freyrdris, this would be acceptable.
Hey, Sisu. I pull out the orb, but I'm using the cloth to hold it. So
Yeah.
nothing happens.
You see even her, she's not like skittish around the orb, but among the prison dragon, even her eyes go a little wide because even Freyrdris knuckles whiten.
I
Sit.
kneel as I head. It's like, I'm sorry, I mean, because you're kind of the only dragon.
As
around
she
here.
picks up the orb, you don't feel anything because again,
It's a dragon.
dragon orbs don't do great with other dragons unless you pull some like Draco liches.
Yeah,
like
you
you would
pull
have
some lichiness.
you have to like bring in some other types of mortality for a dragon to use a dragon orb.
Yeah.
So when she picks it up again, nothing happens. She says,
Or do you want me
"Head to
do
heart.
it?
I'll return as soon as I can."
Okay. Please don't die.
I'll be fine. I'm
Also,
sorry.
I want to let you know. Can I describe to her the magic that Hades' minions use? Because that is the kid that stole the orb in the first place. And apparently they have planar travel powers.
She knows.
Okay.
She
At this point, okay. Yeah.
As she turns, just head off. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Yeah, do you
Turning
want to
back,
come with? No. Okay.
Sisu's holding the orb. Frederick and Serdis are looking at it very intently. You see, just listen. The Fae here really respect the dragons. It's a nice thing for them. They really love us. And honestly, wouldn't it be a great thing to keep this here, knowing that they're still honoring dragons somewhere in the world? Frederick's brow kind of furrows. Serdis seems to nod as she just... It is something we have yet to experience in millennia of Desania with the worship of dragons. But Frederick seems to furrow his brow. Just the fact stands that, as shown in the wrong hands, this proves deadly to our kind.
It does. But I also believe, your greatness aside, Fredris, this current body of us four ancient ones is not enough to make this decision. I would personally request the input of at least 2 others of our kind before we make a decision.
Please make me a persuasion throw with advantage, as Sisu is going to give you this advantage, and she does succeed, so you definitely take the advantage.
Persuasion. That's a 25.
A 25. You see... Oh, you're gonna love this. Frere just... You suggest a summoning?
I do indeed.
Frere just puts out a hand. Almost like offering, like, open palm. Serdis also puts an open palm, Sisu. Open palm. You feel that natural, magical, elemental power boom, boom, ripple through, well, basically the multiverse.
Can
It's
I
that
send a messaging to Sisu?
you feel it, right? It's just boom, boom, boom.
Hey! No, it's a side thing of like, hey Sisu, if you do decide to destroy it, could you keep the physical, crystal? Just, well, so if the orb's magic drained, but an orb so that us as Commandreds can still show our loyalty. Oh goodness! You know, and that's where you know,
Nope, it's just
the
gonna...
message-
And as boom, 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 you see thunder rumbles in from all
Hey,
corners.
this is gonna like affect the ecosystem or any villages
You
near
know,
us,
the
huh?
good thing is it's not blue, so Hades is probably not showing up.
Thunder becomes roaring, becomes the beating of wings. As appearing next to you are 5 other
Yep.
dragons that become humanoid. Iago, as these appear, appearing in a circle around this open palm, one position is open still. Let it be known. Iago, appearing as Sisu is on your right. To the right of her, a green dragon polymorphing into a male, very elven-like, is Grizo,
Okay.
the dragon of poison.
Spelling.
G-I-E-Z-O.
Is there an R in there or just...
Oh, there is. Why did I'm looking at the R? Yes, Grizo. G-R-I-E-Z-O.
The Italian dragon?
Grizo.
Hey,
Um,
Grito!
Do not do
The
this.
best subs are down the street!
As Grizo appears next to him
This breaks
is
the sandwiches on the other side of the island.
Kudro, spelled Q-U-D-R-O.
Okay.
This is a black dragon, very, again, ebony, beautiful skin, with, like, dreadlock pulled in, very, elegant man wearing, very, like, humanoid, I should say. It's not like what we would consider a suit, but very simple vested.
Yeah.
The ancient black dragon of acid,
My buddies are all showing
around,
up.
Hey, also, wait a minute. If this orb is destroyed, isn't the dragon gonna come back?
we'll talk about this.
Ah!
Buondo, appearing next, a white dragon, a woman, beautiful white hair, simply pulled back, in a style of garb not too dissimilar from the Kumandran garb.
Yeah.
Boando, B-O-A-N-D-O. The ancient dragon of ice. You know, of course, Frerdris and Serdis. Appearing next is Niarvis. Niarvis. A bronze dragon, which, in shrinking down, seems to be wearing very kilt-like Scottish equipment. You know, very, what we would think Scottish, but, you know, the Moorish Highlander of Dizania. As Niarvis appears, you know, very rusty bronze, braided beard and hair. And finally, Virtus, V-Y-R-T-I-S. Virtus, a coppery dragon, appears. This dragon seems to be wearing bare-chested, like plated armor, very skirt-type armor, but bare-chested with strap across for trident on back. You see jet black hair, very close cut, as Virtus appears. But the final space, which should be next to you, is empty.
Who are we missing?
This, as you know, would be Tugtis. T-U-G-T-I-S.
Yeah. Sam knows what happened to him.
As so does
He was a
Rapunzel.
jerk.
Did you kill him?
The Imagineers
We
killed him season
killed
2.
him.
Oh my gosh, is that the dragon from...
Yeah.
That was season 2 in the Game of Wonders. As Tugtis the Collector.
Remember, he was a jerk. I
Please,
tried
you
to
did.
talk to him.
Now let it be known, the brass dragon was a dick. Basically. As all these dragons appear, y'all go. Each
Sorry,
one
not all of
adding
them
in
are friends.
claw, becoming hand, opening down. Boom, 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 boom. The beating heartbeat summoning. As your hearts all beat as one. Even in these mortal forms. Simply because in dragon form, rage and anger may take over too easily. And even at that, as the dragon spirit there, quickly becoming humanoid, as they appear, you see Frerdris is the first to take his hand out from the bottom of the stack, and you all can lower down the hand. Each dragon sitting here, some pull up like stumps out of the grass, some sit upon the ground, a few stand. What would you like to do, Iago?
Iago is definitely standing.
Standing. Frerdris has summoned like a beautiful golden throne. As summoning, you see Niarvis. Right now, what be the summoning of this here council?
I look at Sisu, and
She's sitting cross-legged on the
Yeah.
ground, just in that.
I'm still kneeling.
It's so
I've
funny.
been-
Oh,
my
she has
goodness.
asked you to leave.
yeah, this is not where you
This
want to
you
be.
trust me right now. This would go bad for you.
You would probably incense them further.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The dragon orb which we entrusted with the blue dragons in Commandra, as you all know, was stolen by servants of the god Hades to use and abuse us in the destruction for his own purposes.
Ripples again around. You see, Kudro. You see, Stepsword just. I know of this. The orb was made, and I almost lay waste to the human capital of Magentia. Were it not for the meal that saved me, many lives would have been lost by my hands. He doesn't view you as people,
I know,
so to
it's
say.
just so
It's
funny.
a bad
Yeah.
thing. You see, of course, Virtus seems to nod, just like, it is true. The meal saved me as well, though I did quite enjoy the destruction. Sadris immediately just like, but it must be known that would it have turned upon us, we would have ripped each other limb from limb. A lot of rumbling agreement from that deep back of the throat. You see Grizo leans forward just... And so, we are here to destroy the Orb of Dragonkind. Is that correct?
We are here to agree on such a course in action.
Lot of discordant rumblings. Again, not in one accord as each... You see, Kudro seems just... I do not believe this is the correct course of action. The orb must be destroyed at once. Couple... enough agreement, shall we say. Nyarvis, the bronze dragon, does it just... But we must always take into opinions the council, otherwise it would not have been summoned. Or great Iago, Fredris, Cedrus, and Sisu would have destroyed the orb without us. Enough general. You see then Kudro, who looks rather miffed, but just... Very well. Iago, state your case.
My case was simply the summoning of this great esteemed body. I, for one, present in approval of the plan to destroy this artifact, as you have stated. It has caused much havoc, abused us as a race, and proves that not only mortals cannot be trusted to protect such things of power, but gods cannot be trusted to not misuse such things.
You see Virtus, the copper, the general. You see he takes the trident, bangs it on the ground. Yes, long have I said God should be our next targets. That we dragons are deserving of worship more than gods.
Indeed.
Lot of low rumbling and agreement from some of the dragons. Sisu just like, now the counter case.
At this point, I will conjure a throne the size of Fredris's, but black and black, like onyx and ivory, and just sit in it
As
directly across him.
Sisu not getting off the grab, but you see just kind of lean forward, just... The Fae have always worshipped the dragon, though not all dragons reside here, and thus pay great homage and respect and honor to our kind through the orb.
Like hearing all this in Aquafina's voice, and it's
Oh yeah,
so
it's
funny.
imagine Aquafina saying all
It's
this.
so
I can't do her voice. She has that great inflection I've yet to master. But you see, she just... So, I say, of course, that the orb remain here, but under now specific watchful care of a dragon per century. Lot of discordant rumbling, as some dragons seem to go, well, maybe. You notice, though, Iago, Fredris, Kudro, and Grizo, so, you know, gold, green, black, are all very just opposed to this.
I am with them. Very opposed.
But right now, unfortunately, a majority, or 5, all seem to be... You see then, Kudro, then just... Indeed, good case, you know, to Sisu. Good case to you, Iago. Any more cases to be brought? I'm gonna make a quick roll.
Yeah, I'll wait to see if anyone else has anything to say, because Iago has something minor to add to not
Yes.
this discussion, but the discussion as a whole.
Discussion as a whole. Out of the dragons, each looks like it's that very reptilian, slow look into each of their eyes, slowly gaining each one. Again, it's so hard to perceive on dragon, and so
Yeah.
you never really know what anyone's thinking.
Mhm.
But as each dragon slowly moves, no one seems to come forward.
Yeah,
As
I will stand again, just less in defense of either case or attack of either case. I would like to bring attention once again to our empty seat, and the thought that should be put forward of filling it to have a full body.
you see, of course, most of the dragons rumble in agreement, but Fredris, you see, the filling of seats should never be a council's priority. Each race of dragon must choose their strongest, wisest, or best.
And I do agree. This is simply, after our body is complete here, sending word to those dragons. to that clan. To force their hand to finally give us someone worthy of our attention.
Something glints in Frederick's eyes. An excellent idea, Iago. One well suited for you.
Indeed.
You see, he gives just a slight nod. You're not entirely sure what game he's playing yet.
I don't know what he's playing, but I know what he's implying.
You could try an insight, but it's just that like subtle, just like A lot of the dragons rumble in agreement. You actually see Nyarvis, the bronze dragon, just. I don't believe that would be very proper. In fact, I was one to always be saying we should always have a full council. And after Thugtis' demise by adventurers through greed and through his stupidity, I believe that we should be willing to fill. Since it seems the brass dragons are not able to fill their own kind. A lot of rumbling, but some dissension. Kudro actually, or excuse me, Boando leans forward. You see, she says, "It is never one dragon's place to rule for another dragon's race. Such would cause discord and the elimination of our kind." Lot of low rumblings, boom. As most enough agrees, like true, because if we start trying to dictate when people aren't here, you see Frederick just. Then perhaps yes, an emissary must be sent. That would prove quite useful in the hastening of a brass ancient dragon's emergence. Everyone kind of agrees with this. It's that general good agreement. You see then Kudro sits forward. Now the issue must be decided. The cases have been brought. Destroy the orb, or let us watch over it. And let our rule be divinely worshipped by the Fae. Here's where we're going to make a lot of rolls. Iago, you and Sisu are going to be making some of the bigger persuasion rolls because, again, these are your cases.
Yep.
Sisu's going to make her persuasion roll.
This is gonna sound bad, but I kind of want to know.
I know, that's fair.
Yeah, no, it's totally fair. Here we go.
That is very fair.
Thanks.
I just,
Sisu,
Iago...
Raya has lost a lot of her honor and dignity because.
Okay, she
was
rolled
specifically
pretty
tasked
well,
by her
if you
dad
could.
To watch that orb.
That's a natural 1.
Interesting.
Oh my
So
gosh.
7.
7. Because keep in mind, this is a lot of your argument, and I don't want to say your natural charisma, but among dragons, it's the presence, right? If you look scary, you gain respect. It's not like, oh yeah, the image makes the beast, if that makes sense.
Iago
You were just turned
definitely
into a
is-
parrot approximately.
Yeah.
30
It's-
minutes.
Aside
Yeah.
from the parrot thing, Iago is very horrifying.
Yeah, Iago, it's also that you know, because again, like with Serdris and Fredris, you were the butt of the joke for millennia. And while your case is compelling, many dragons look at you, maybe not in a, oh, but we want to save you, or more in a, it's a slight against you.
Yeah.
You can't, you get your digs in while you can in Dragon Society, right? Because otherwise you're at the end of the claw. Those were the big rolls. Now we're going to roll, you have some people on your side, they have some people on theirs. Here comes yours. And, interesting.
Sorry, there's a lot of high
Here
ground.
comes
Imaginary.
the other side.
Okay.
And wow, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't roll above a 10 for the destroying side, and I only
Whoa.
rolled above, not like high, but
Yeah,
only
but-
above a 10. There was a clear divide as I
Yeah.
just kind of rolled in tandem. Most dragons are appearing, and again, whether it's agreeing with Sisu, like you see, Serdis actually seems to be very on board with Sisu's idea of, and we control who watches it every 100 years, like, we have a good system, this works. But again, one or two, Iago, you get that feeling that some people, while they won't meet your eye, oh, how funny. Great
They
Iago.
know if they do meet my eye, there's something happening.
You
after.
can check, yeah, like you're not gonna pick a fight, and yet, because here's also what happens, Iago. The voting is technically anonymous. It is a primal, just like growl and a vote that occurs. So of course, how would you cast your vote?
Destroy the orb.
Destroy the orb. As you feel, yourself and 2 others of the assembled 9 say to destroy. 6 others, again, they're rumbling, intermediate. You could make an insight, but it's crazy high checks to try to, like, perceive some of the, like,
I just want
who
to
voted.
insight if it's Fredris and Kudro, because those are who I think voted with me. Yay, that's 6.
6. You definitely get the feeling Kudro voted to destroy.
Good.
Like, it's one of those just natural, like, the way he was acting, it'd be a wild flip if he was
Yeah.
really trying to piss me off. But 6 dragons then rumble and you get the immediate just like, and it has been decided. Where even those with you,
Yeah, we back up.
there's the vote. Because if you contest votes, it's anarchy. It's a very wire-thin line when it comes to dragon politics, because you gotta immediately accept what happens or else we die.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was normal politics, where unless everyone immediately agrees with a vote, it's then death. As the dragons all seem to stop, Sisu then, as presenter of the case, I will then offer myself as first watch in Kumandra. No dragons immediately leap forward, but you see none are like also on board.
Yeah, because this is where it got stolen.
This
from.
is where it got stolen. So a lot of dragons aren't sure what they want to do.
Yeah.
This could be like a Hallmark movie where you're testing
Virtus.
out the orb with her, and then you could plot.
Virtus leans forward, just let it be known, Sisu, points the trident at her. It was under your domain that the orb once again came to the human realm in Dazania. How are we to trust you once more for the next century on its guard? You see Sisu actually kind of straightens up, just I guard not alone, but with the strength and followers of the people of Kumandra. Can you say any more, Virtus? How many followers do you have? As laughter among dragons, that low rumble. Virtus looks pissed, but does stop because again, Sisu legit has a following here. I mean, it's one thing.
Yep.
It's been millennia since dragons were worshipped, so Virtus steps back. As you see that Blando, the Ice Dragon, I do not see any reason to present case against this. Do any else present a case against?
To play what the mortals would call devil's advocate,
Oh no, he's that kind of guy.
I will present,
I'm just
An
saying, if I
alternative.
were Iago, I would also be like,
seeing as Virtus has pointed out so honestly, it was Sisu's followers who failed to protect this orb. And in defense of our way of life, perhaps it is entrusting such things of value to lesser beings that leads to their loss.
A lot of rumbling occurring. Iago, you know, it's not just like one or two. A lot of the dragons
I don't
go.
stand up to say that. I say it for myself.
Yes, everyone kind of sitting there just rumbles on and say, yeah, lesser beings,
I take back my invitation. You're not allowed.
I take back. But you see,
she retracted her
Sisu
blessing.
then just. So, I take personal charge and let the Kumandran take the role of active ownership and defense of the land. So beings that step foot here are under their control, but I personally have command and watch.
These terms seem to be acceptable, yet I as well personally do not put faith in Sisu's personal power.
Okay, you're just bitter because I totally won the breakup. A lot of dragons immediately, as Sisu said this, a lot of dragons immediately just clench up kids again. Wait, civilians dropping. Sisu stopped. No, she didn't stand up, but you see she got really pissed. She's like, no, hold
I
on.
present the alternative fact of the most powerful among us to protect the orb first. And I look at Phaedrus.
Ooh, playing up. That's a little schmooze in there. Phaedrus eyebrows up at you. As many dragons do agree, they go, well, yeah, I mean, here we go. You're going to make a persuasion check. This is a flat persuasion check.
Okay.
As opposed to Sisu's flat. There's really no one helping either of
Yeah,
you.
bird boy, what'd you get?
11.
11.
Wait, no, I lied. That's a 10.
10. A 10 does be a synthetic 15.
Yeah.
Sisu, one of her better qualities is her natural charisma. Even in her human form, she does better. You see, she turns. Well, I mean, if he wants to visit, he can. But I will take first century. He can take next. As now this is more of a challenge of who's stronger. A lot of dragons it's that rumble of like, well,
Are we gonna have a fight?
yeah, because I mean, you actually see Virtus is like itching, like his fingers are tightening and loosening around the trident.
Well, seeing the desire in some of our fellows here, I present an alternative to the standard democracy. Those who believe themselves worthy of this honor stand.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Ooh. You see, those worthy. Sisu stands immediately.
Thank you.
You also see Virtus stand, as well as Phaedrus.
Yeah, I stay seated. Iago don't want no responsibility.
Oh, so you're just an instigator?
Yeah.
You're just an instigator.
Yeah. This is
We literally used the term
This is
to
literally
play
a
devil's
council of
advocate.
every dragon basically has a different alignment of some
Yeah.
sort. While some may overcross, and while like ideas might overcross, everyone has their own ideas. You though see, as this stands, the council kind of rumbles as Sisu is going to then turn, and she is going to do something. She's going to say, well, then either the three of us abandon reason, fight to the death, at which point my two fellows would die, or I propose another outside democracy. You see she like glints. She doesn't actively smile, but you see the smile in her eyes of, we leave it to fate.
Are they gonna get the Oracle doing?
It's
gonna be the same
Sisu
thing with like the
holds
Seven
up
Kingdoms and the Novus
Phoom.
Lex.
A 10-sided die.
Iago instantly, sort of, not visibly, but his eyes, and Sisu's
Yeah.
the only one who would be able to divine this, is like,
Responsibility!
Yeah, she just sense
Wait, so they broke
we
up
would
because you
not
couldn't
want
admit?
any of us to be slighted by the thought of not being as powerful, nor sit here and debate for the next millennia who should watch the orb. We let pure fate
Please.
decide.
This is
I
gonna
want
be-
Iago to be the one stuck watching
Um,
the
a
R.
lot of dragons.
to literally
Freya, here's what you know. No inside need. Freya just looks at you and just says, "This sounds acceptable."
Sucks to suck, bird boy.
Dragons can't sweat, but he's sweating.
Dragons can't stop, but there's what. As this
Oh,
will now be a
seriously,
vote.
it's Iago.
Cheering Gilbert Godfrey just over and over.
Basically, Iago, what would be your vote? Because the choices now are, we see who fights to the death. Like, let the three who want to go at it. There's Sisu's, I take first watch, just like in general, like, because again, there was no official claim from the other two to take first watch. This is more of a political thing of them wanting to. And finally, there is the vote of, well, why not? Let's just see what happens. Iago, what would be your cast?
Make your girlfriend
Make
do all the
his
work.
wisdom
Or,
save
sorry,
for
ex.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing the prospect of a, 10% chance of possibly being thrust responsibility,
For
he's
100
going
years.
to vote for 100% chance of Sisu getting the responsibility.
Sisu.
Whoa.
Interesting. Okay. I now have to quickly mark. Okay. Sorry.
That's actually really funny that you're just so like.
No!
Also, it's just a really funny image, like knowing what Sisu looks like as a human, and seeing your mini. I'm like, how did that like? What?
Would you look like
Sorry. There's a few dragons I do have to roll for. Some have like their thoughts in mind.
He looks like that.
Interesting.
Sisu looks like this dorky little.
She
love
looks
her.
like a
She
whole
looks
to the
like
back
one.
private things out the back.
Does.
Just let me finish. She goes, I see it.
Yep.
So I'm just like, wow.
You literally You have the Manic Pixie Dream Girl?
Oh,
More
interesting.
and more! You sound like an insect.
I now have to flip a coin because it's down between two options, as one of the dragons might change. Okay. You get the feeling one dragon voted for a fight.
Okay. Kudra. All the way it's
If
Kudra.
anyone wants any of those,
No, no, it's not. That would probably be Hermes. I'm assuming it's Hermes.
You're assuming it's for just because he was one of the other three.
Yeah. He's the aggressive boy.
Out of the remaining, 3 dragons voted for Sisu. Yourself and 2 others.
Oh, great.
As the then majority voted for Chance.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Which is interesting.
See, I love chaos when it's not going to slight me.
This is
Isn't
a
that
Box of Doom if I ever saw Box of Doom. Because, here's what's going to happen, Iago. You are a 1.
I'm number 1.
You are number 1. It will go Iago, Sisu, Grizo, Kudra, Boando, Frederick, Sergis, Niervis, and Vertus. Rerolls on a 10.
Because he's dead.
Yes. Cactus has
the
no
brass
vote.
dragons suck.
The Brass Dragons have no representative. Because, again, it takes a while, and so
Yeah,
there might be
they
stuff.
have to have a representative to be, represented.
Yeah, you're not present. I guess
You're not
that's
gonna
it.
make a vote.
Oh, yeah.
To New York.
Basically, Chad is saying Sam is the sussiest of Bacchus. Here's what's gonna happen.
Just please roll a 1. That would be.
This would be hilarious.
So satisfying.
You want to roll the Iago D10?
I actually would love to roll the
Love
Iago D10.
if you ended up as the.
Here we go. The dice will roll on a 10. It will
I gave
re-roll.
that to him because it rolls high for my damage.
That was a 10.
What did I just say?
First test. That was a 10. That was very interesting. Making
It
sure I
rolls
have.
high for damage.
It does. That was another 10. I'm not even joking. That was another 10. Oh, no, I'm
Man,
kidding.
I wish I saved this for my attack rolls this game.
No, this.
At that point, August, you just assume that the fates are saying 1.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Alright, I guess that's not either you or
Or it is.
Sisu.
And August is regretting giving me the orb.
Or
Anyway.
he's trying to cover up his smile.
I know.
I'm just.
I just
leave me
hope
alone.
this one-
I need to think through what's about to happen.
Yeah, he's got to DM it.
Here we go. If you would like your die back, this is going to be quite interesting and not what I thought would happen.
Oh, that's nice.
As Sisu brings forward, the dice she brings forward is a beautiful cut sapphire, gem engraved in draconic number of the sides. And actually, each drag, Iago, you have a chance, if you could give me a perception check, because each drag, or Arcana if you'd like, to check to make sure it's not cheated.
No,
I will do perception because that's really good for me. Yeah, that's a math. 25.
25. It's beautifully cut. There's no magic to this. There's no, weighted.
Perfect. Yeah,
It is
I
just a die.
relax a tiny bit, but still not relaxed. Because if it was weighted, and perchance she wants to guard it so
Oh,
bad.
yeah, you know,
Having
yeah,
it being weighted would have given me so much relief.
It's not weighted. This was pure random, we know it was pure random, but yes, even Sisu wasn't trying to cheat. As the dice is rolled, doom, 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 you watch as it rolls from the 8 over to the 9, leaning over, 1.
Child support, motherfucker! Dragon
I
child
am
support.
not even joking. I'm trying to. I have again quick things going through my brain of what would happen. Immediately, though, unfortunately, Iago, for you, a lot of dragons start rumbling. Even Sisu cannot hide the laughter as Iago. But of the I want this character so bad. I'm sorry. You feel all the dragons out. Fredris just. Fate has decided.
Iago sort of stretches his back a little bit, stands up, and slowly approaches to where Sisu is, and holds out his hand.
She looks at you, kind of like turns her head that very like 90. Allows to take your hand. She rises.
Kiss.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Now! Do it now!
And so, where is the orb out of curiosity? Just
One
The orb
lizard,
has
two
been
lizard.
in the middle
Yeah,
of
it's
the
in the
circle.
middle.
Because again,
So-
no one wants to like
yeah.
hold it, even though it won't do much. It's been an object
Yeah.
of looking. And
Hang
see,
on. I'm going to take a deep breath and wink at her. And then turn around and walk straight to the orb.
you see, she.
Okay.
Well, a lot of dragons seem to not. You, again, Iago, in the distance, it's not really distant, but somewhere in your mind, you hear Freya just. I then renounce this council from its duties back to our own spheres of existence. We shall convene in 100 years, perhaps for another round of fate. Even though you know it probably won't.
Yeah.
Next time it'll probably be like a volunteer.
Yeah.
But it's enough to elicit all the dragons just giggling.
Yeah, walking up, he's not looking nervous. He's going into full presence power mode and deliberately takes the orb and looks at all of them and holds it just in his hand as he just stares at all of them, waiting for them all to leave.
You watch as one by one dragons bow everything. You see Virtus looks at you and he openly grins. As Virtus has always courted chaos and destruction.
I know.
Virtus is more of that guy. As you watch them each leave, Fredris turns, and you see the last thing he says to you, Iago, is, it seems someone else must inform the brass dragons of their upcoming decisions.
So much.
I shall find necessary accommodations.
Cute. Yes, he's gonna be very happy.
Then so be it.
As Fredris
I want to
boom, disappears into the mist again. His form turning dragon just as it again plane shifts away. This kind of like natural. It's not really plane shift. It's just magic flying, right? Fly
Yeah.
away through the ethereum.
Yeah. So is it just me and Sisu now?
Just you and CC.
Oh my gosh.
Kiss. Do you hear Ryan in the background?
No, I'm holding you.
You see CC just. I could show you where we keep it.
Show you where we keep it.
Unfortunately, now I'm bound to God. So, whether you want it or not, you'll have to wait 100 years.
Are you happy? No, I don't want you to have
No,
it. It was
I'm
supposed
not
to
happy.
Listen,
I was
okay,
supposed to get
Mike,
you too.
and this is what happened with the horde. With the horde, it was clearly 90% of my horde. You only brought in a bit, and no, something has to be yours. But no, then we have to make this whole thing. It was supposed to be mine. Come on, let's go find Raya.
Ryan's been hiding in the
No, Raya.
Dang it.
I will say this.
Raya's like,
Raya,
kiss,
you
kiss,
know,
kiss.
again,
My mom and
what
dad
was
are
just the
fighting.
conversation. Thunder has been breaking to the point of eardrum rapture in your ears. Everywhere across Kamanja, it is so loud.
Yeah.
Council of Dragons is a very rare thing, and it's just power. Actually, I'm very surprised. I was making a roll for a few. Very surprised it didn't end in a brawl.
Yeah.
There may have been like a punch almost thrown.
Iago, on the way over, is going to just do his whole magical thing of and just eat the orb. Oh!
Yep.
It's the safest spot for it. He's not leaving it in the open.
Sisu watched it. Just you could invest in a backpack.
Why do that when I swallowed a bag of holding as a wormling?
And again, invest in a backpack.
The natural order of the call of nature does not affect me anymore. You know how effective that makes me in long-term adventures?
I'm sorry. Not pooping isn't a great thing to put on a resume, Iago.
Well, it seems pretty great to me. You know how many laborers they have to, pay to go on paid breaks so they can take a dump? Imagine having someone work for you who never had to take a crap.
All right, well listen, Raya's told me apparently taking time to yourself. That's the thing. You don't have time to yourself. Bathroom breaks, those are great. Just being able to be on your own.
Why would I be on my own when I could be around people getting what I want?
Well, because you're a selfish prick. Because
I
you
am.
just always want that.
I am very selfish.
Yeah, man, you're just re-bringing up
worst
all the
person
reasons.
ever.
Yeah. Now you admit it.
Yes.
Now you want to say it.
I've never not admitted it.
Okay.
I'm the person who enjoys burning down villages
Well,
for small children.
And maybe for once you could try actually like just watching the villages. Not everything has to be burned
Flames
down.
are so much more interesting than people.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Do you see what they make in flame? Raya, you hear as you've been like waiting awkwardly at the gate to Hart, as you hear the arguments coming closer.
Oh,
This
they're
is
fighting.
crazy.
I love it so much.
Oh my gosh.
Please.
I really was trying to like rolling fate because then I'm like, perfect. It's a 1 to 10. It actually, to be fair, I was trying for again. I'll even tell you this. It did push a lot of people to vote Sisu instead of Chance because there were dragons that didn't want to get it. But
Yeah.
geez Louise. All right, that's cool.
Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, neither of us seem to be holding the order.
Neither of them are holding.
Where is it?
Oh,
We-
don't worry. It will come up in about 6 hours. Oh wait, no, it won't.
You know dragon anatomies. It takes at least 14.
I was
You
being
swallowed it?
facetious, you worm.
Insolent worm.
She had the bright idea to leave it to chance.
Well, I
And
mean, I don't
he
think
just
it's a
wouldn't
bad
let me have it.
Can we not yell?
If you
please?
want the truth,
Um,
Sisu, in the end, I voted for you to take it. I wanted you to be the one with the responsibility because it's better you than me.
Oh.
You mean that?
Damn it.
As she stopped, she was a little taken back. Because again, it's a unanimous dragon vote. No one's really ever sure how you vote. But she stopped.
Right.
People are like looking
No.
at you. Hear like, is that Queen Ryan?
Oh, hey guys. What's up? Can we
She's in a
take
bush.
you to go into the castle, please?
Yeah, I'm down.
That'd be cool.
Jen says no, kid.
Okay.
You have a full cow.
Yeah, I can get
Perfect.
that.
Triple full cow.
When we start getting to the castle, there's like
Okay,
a servant to the
shoot.
side. Okay.
A little treats.
Yeah.
And
You
that-
have to always make yourself look more civilized.
No, I could
Be a
just
dragon.
not eat a cow because
Walk
when you
and
don't
bicker!
when you
Walk
don't
and
poop,
bicker!
the cow just has to come out outwards eventually.
No, they stay in there.
Why would
Alive?
you want? She doesn't. She
No,
leaves
this
it.
is a superpower.
Okay, really? Really?
Guys.
You know what a super is? Poof, she summons a bit of thunder. Thunder, lightning, that's powerful. Regurgitating live cows?
You know, you're just. You can do fancy parlor tricks all you want. I have the real power, and we both
Can
know
we-
it. I just can't do it around massive hordes of people, else you know they'll all
Can
die.
we not fight? This
You-
feels weird because I kind of saw you in a fraternal sense. This
Ryan's getting a lot of weird issues coming up.
kind of
Stop.
a weird.
Yeah.
Come on,
Alan.
see so.
As
can we
brought
do
up
not?
to the Castle of Heart again, you see straight out of the movie again the beautiful hanging vines, the buildings that come up into the mountain. After a moment, you are brought into this more grand
I do
room.
let them know that like I will have the power to teleport back, but I'm gonna need a day.
Alright, I was gonna ask about that because we
Yeah.
left everyone else just sitting there.
Yeah, I
well,
need a day.
time does move a little differently, right? It'll be okay.
Here?
It's not
Is
a
it slow?
big difference. It's more like 1 to 1.25.
So if we're here for a day, what is it in the mortal plane?
Oh, like minutes?
What? What?
Yeah, 1.25. Nope, decimal off. 125.
That's kind of a big difference.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was like,
you-
August, your math is so
I'm not the
Sure.
smartest one around.
Okay, so actually,
But still.
that's good to know for them, because then we could come here and rest and be back there in a minute. Not to abuse teleporting powers. Anywho, sorry. Basically,
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We'll talk things over. Also, not to be selfish, I kind
You
of
see Namari come around the corner.
I run to her.
Yeah, you run to her. She sees you. She doesn't.
Well,
Again,
look, a functional relationship.
they age so slowly too that even though
Oh,
Sisu like upside the head, and it does like almost like no actual damage, but it's just more the action of just that.
Emotional damage.
It's not like I like you, Sisu-chan. Chat's having a field day with this one.
This is hilarious.
Basically, as you see, Namari sees, she just, Raya, it's been years.
What? Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
You good?
Yes.
too.
Okay.
She's thinking like 45.
Oh no, she doesn't look
really
good.
good for
Like
45
any
years.
day over. She still looks into her like later 20s as well. Like she doesn't look old.
Oh.
Because again, Faye.
Yeah.
Old lady, it's been 84 years.
Okay.
Where's the gem jacket? Yeah, no.
Okay, at least in Riot's head she's thinking like, she's not moving. We're fine.
You good? How was the trip?
I think we have a lot to discuss.
About
Do you want? Okay. Bad news. The mortal plane is in danger. Good news. We have the dragon orb back, and we have Sisu back, and we have a friend. Also, I think they're exes.
a look into Mars' eyes go through for each. You actually see for a moment she stops and just.
It's cute.
Okay, don't know why you're so worried about the mortal plane, but I'm sorry. Yeah, who's that next to the Sisu?
Yeah. After she smashed, and I'll be like,
Sisu did
they
it?
still have that good sushi spot down
Dragons
in
can do
Teo.
it? You see, so no, they got rid of it. It's now like a full market type vibe, but there is a pretty decent place near around Tail. It's not the
Well,
same.
they need time to catch up.
You see, Namari actually comes just like she kneels, great Sisu and great Sisu's
don't bow to me.
ex-concubine. As she didn't get much else, so she just like, it is an honor to have you, of course, in our home. Please.
Iago's going to walk away.
Sisu just like,
Yeah,
we'll catch up. She turns, walks after you.
Cece probably thoroughly enjoyed
Hey,
that.
it's been apparently time works different for here in the mortal realm.
You see, Namari just
I
like,
have been
yeah.
gone for like 3 months tops.
Yeah, that's how the mortal plane works.
Okay. Also, I didn't know that we weren't mortal. Like that we were they.
She stops. Takes a good minute of processing. Full minute of processing. You didn't realize that we are not mortal beings.
No. Also, I didn't know
So,
magic was.
what did you think happened when people were turned to stone by the drill?
Well, that's something else. Casting magic. Wait. Right, it takes a minute to fully
When a
process.
demonic shadowy force enters a mortal person, and yet that mortal person just turns to stone? None of that ever made you think we're not normal.
Well, I mean, I thought it was just like a drone thing, you know? Like, oh look, it's the drone time to be stone. Like I wasn't taught this.
I want a
You
shirt
never
that
once
says
read a
that.
book?
It's the
Well,
time to be
I
Or-
didn't pay attention in my studies, but like also,
Oh Lord, let's get you some
most of my
food.
studies were training.
Food, she's now, a couple servants come out, just like take an order.
She's just like, how?
Sisu and Iago, as you guys,
Africa's
Lamar's
not a
like,
country.
Why am I attracted to dumb?
it is that like, gosh.
Am I a moron?
Sisu and Iago, stepping out of the palace, Sisu leads you up, first to like, actually the place where the orb is kept, this holy kind of sanctuary. As she comes in, just like, well, this is where we usually keep it, if you don't want to keep it around with the cows in your stomach.
For the record, I haven't had a cow since before I was turned into a parrot.
So it makes me feel better that you now want one?
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm
If
sorry.
you want an apology, I can give an apology.
Well, I can give an apology too. Everyone can apologize. I'm sorry.
Not everyone can do it sincerely.
Well, I'm doing it sincerely. Why aren't you doing it sincerely?
I'm doing it sincerely.
I'm doing it! A riot thunder comes off the mountain in a little bit.
Oh my
You see, Shadab, just listen.
They're fighting again. I mean,
I
it's fine.
really like these people. Okay, they really did me a solid a couple centuries back.
They seem pretty chill.
Yeah, and so if you're gonna be here, I just don't want this to be weird.
I'm not staying. I have demons to kill. Oh, why am I attached? Oh,
You know you could do it.
You want to just take the orb back?
all right. You know how I hate people, and
With
I
a
love
fiery
watching
passion.
them burn.
Yes, with a fiery passion.
Well, I met some people I don't want to see burn.
Everyone.
He loves us!
To clarify, he doesn't want to burn us.
Also,
Dad,
one of them
I
has
mean,
my
Iago?
belts of fire
Dad.
giant.
Dad?
Back.
Oh.
Honestly, it's a little gaudy. You could stand to lose it.
I
But-
don't even need it. It's just decoration.
Exactly. So I don't
She's
get
like,
why
and
you
it's
need it.
bad that
Because people who know what it is think it looks cool and makes me look strong. Because look at my body. I'm
Okay,
not
the
jacked.
Kumandrins have a thing here. When you decal the donkey wagon, it's still a donkey wagon.
What?
I have no idea what that means either.
I'm gonna make a save to process that.
Yeah, I got loading symbol above
Okay,
your head.
that was a 25.
25.
What does that mean?
Painting the shit car still makes
Yeah,
it a
yeah,
shit
yeah.
car.
Sam knew what you meant. It was just Iago.
Iago's like, what? She
Oh.
just.
Oh.
Well,
Sorry.
but great. You got people you're not immediately killing. But you can't take it back.
Sisu could come with.
Oh, Eleanor, you want this so much.
Mom and Dad. I
Well-
mean, Sisu and Iago.
The thing is, this is a great place to keep it. Yes, he gestures at the sacred area and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
However, there is a hole in the
It's really
ceiling.
too powerful.
I'm assuming that's how they got in here in the first place. Maybe think of putting a...
Teleportation. It's a skylight. It's aesthetic.
Are you okay?
That's what the belt is.
It's not the same as the belt.
It's the exact same thing.
Okay, well, does the belt give you lovely natural skylight, a lovely wind breeze in the
I
summer?
give myself a lovely natural skylight whenever I want to.
Oh my gosh. Listen, Iago.
Why are you two so good at playing each other's
This
acts?
is, 'cause this is fun. Iago, you see Sisu just.
I can't do this. It's too great.
I get that this is weird, but
That's one way to
you might have to stay. I mean, let alone if someone gets the orb, what if any of the dragons find out?
Then they all come to kill me and we have mass extinction except for me.
As powerful as you are, you wouldn't stand against 7 other dragons.
You make a fair point. You see, the difference between me and other dragons is that I know when to run.
You see, she looks at you just. You really don't. She turns and she's gonna walk away. Raya, we quickly cut back to you, Namari. Namari's giving it. Fae, we're in the Fae Wilds. It's also
Yeah.
called Kumandra. It's
Yeah.
why we really don't contact the mortal plane. Time moves
Yeah,
faster,
I
but it
kinda
evens out
learned
because again, we
that.
really don't age
Also,
the
I
same.
might have accidentally given mortals face spices. I kind of want to know the repercussions of that are.
You gave them spices.
Okay. I just
Did
didn't
you
know they
give
were
them
magical.
magical spices?
You know, just like the rest.
Did you imbue magic into the spice before giving it to them?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. You didn't.
Okay. Also, this is what's been happening in the mortal plane, and I basically tell her the story of what happened. So that's why I feel obligated to go back and fix this.
You see,
This is my mess.
Namari like hears you out. She just says, "Okay,
This is my mess.
gonna say,
I picked my phone.
while it's your mess, it doesn't have to be.
I know.
You could just, honestly, I'm not crazy about the mortals. They're weird, but
I promise you that
I was
me and my
like,
help.
babe. I was just using fire. It was hilarious.
but do you really want to die? You're talking about one of the gods. There's a reason we don't worship them here.
I heard that.
I can't let them fight this alone. They're so outnumbered. And now that I understand what my magic is, I think I can actually help them have a fighting chance.
You see Namari stop just.
At this point, Ryan is like over the course of this conversation, fully started tears rolling down the face because obviously she doesn't know me for
Namari's not crying. She's just more still, just like very stone faced. She
Mark
just.
doesn't cry.
She's too badass to cry.
If you really want to do this, I can't stop you.
Oh no.
Oh,
I put a
it's
hand
soft.
to my
That's some soft mother.
She says it's not about leaving; it's about dying.
I thought it'd be cool. Then I could just.
like, I promise not to
I
die.
think I rubbed it in a little. I'm really sorry.
You see Namari slowly nods.
Oh.
You see Sisu walks back into the room. Just
When in doubt.
hey, gang, let's have a party. We got a day.
Hey, so what's can we get the lowdown of what went on with the rumbling and
What rumbling?
the all the dragons showing up?
Don't know what you're talking about. Sisu walks away.
Seize
Eh.
it's all over again.
Yeah.
I'm at work with.
Mommy,
Sisu,
wait.
I'll give you
What?
soup if you talk.
She's still a dragon. She just goes off to private little space she kind of has here. Here's what I will then say. We are
What do I
going.
do with this cow, though?
Here's what I will say.
No.
Yeah.
was
Chat
so
says
loud.
hashtag not all mortals. Hashtag save Desanya. Hashtag mortal lives matter. Man, chat's going weird tonight.
Oops, sorry.
As happens, here's what I will have to ask. The next day, right? You know you will soon be able to cast Plane Shift once again. Sisu is going to.
How many weeks was I in the mortal realm? This is Raya asking because she is the key mind thing. This is all math.
Oh gosh, now I have to do math. You were there almost 8 weeks.
8 weeks. So 8 weeks equates to 2 years.
Month is about a year.
Month is about a year?
Every month is about a year.
So just shy of 2 years.
Just shy of 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, technically Namari would have been rounding up by a little bit.
Just about
What
to
if
come
I
home from your
check in
mission.
with her every 2 weeks? So then I see her every 6 months.
I will say this too. Now that you're in on it, it's like with elves. You're gonna quickly start realizing that the time feels like, oh, I was gone for 2 months. Like Namari, when she saw you, was like, it's. She said 2 years with the inflection of 2 months. Yeah, how'd it go? Thought it'd be longer, right? Like 2 years, really? That's all. Like
Yeah.
because Fae again, they age differently. But you can visit in every 2 weeks if you'd like to.
Okay, so
that's
it's
like a
not like
person
she's
trip.
gonna be devastated that I go again.
Yes, because that's just that fun angst
It's
DM
more
thing where I'm
like,
like,
I'm
oh, you
gonna-
don't know, but yes, like there's no like immediate danger unless you're gone for like years of mortal time.
Okay. I think I need to go back and help them. Especially we'll be able to immediately go back and hopefully a certain lizard friend of mine, not you, and I like look at any dragons in the room. You know.
Just talking about you.
It's me.
Sisu looks at Iago.
A friend that I have made.
Sisu looks at Iago, glares, and like.
The thing is, what I'm worried about are the dragons. Is because King Arthur has sent out a kill on sight decree.
Is the dragon orb not with the bad guys?
No.
This is Sisu talking. Then repeal the order.
Okay, but the thing is, they don't trust you guys anymore. Which.
I think Iago, you and Sisu, you see Sisu stop because she's now remembering some of the stuff she did.
Yeah, you went out.
Because while it's not a prompt
And
review,
Iago's realizing, oh yeah, she doesn't normally go raise villages.
no, yeah, she is the much more calm, patient one. You see though in this Namari just, well, honestly, she turns great dragons. You're not gonna go. Would you think you guys would immediately go destroying everyone again?
Why are you looking at? He like looks up. I don't intend to. Half the world's already been destroyed by someone else, and that gives me reason to destroy them.
Mine takes a deep breath. See,
So
half the
you're
world's
willing
already
to help?
destroyed. Sisu just listen, Raya. It'll be fine. Talk to the king. Explain the whole the dragons figured it out. We're all okay
They
now.
don't trust the dragons, period. Any of
Listen,
them.
she puts like a hand on your shoulder.
Just give him a gift.
They never did.
That means then they won't ever trust us. And I kind of look at Mari.
Listen, but you're not scaly and breathing down fire and eating whole cows just not to poop. They're gonna like you, Raya.
Do you want the others?
Sorry.
Oh
Please tell me the cow is just in the room.
The cow has since gone. I'm sorry, it's been like close to 24 hours with some food in between.
Yeah.
The cow's gone.
Yeah, there's been a couple of them.
You
Yeah.
just hear a moo come out of young.
Yeah.
Do you think, other than
She
music
really
supplies,
doesn't
could
like
I have
the
like
fact that
talked with Namari to then be
She
like,
doesn't
hey,
like
can I
the
get
fact
some
that you don't
supplies
know
to help my
right?
friends? Because I literally just left in the middle of the
You
war.
swallow the
Where's
bag.
the
You swallow
goat?
the bag of holding.
And Mari's like, what do you need?
Here's a bag of holding, which is
General rations, tents, blankets, maybe.
Yeah, I could send you back with some bedrolls.
Yeah, I
Gross.
this is all new to me,
That is
and
really
I just
nasty.
I want to tell you I saw my
Look
Bob
up 1,000 views of shit in there.
when I was what
Only a couple.
I had to like.
Not come out.
Okay, I promise I did sleep last night, but I also went through my old study books. It's called the passing over, right? The that a Fae is able to then exist in
No, I
both,
swallowed another
but
bag.
can
But make
live
sure it doesn't
forever
go all the way
in
down. Now that
Fae,
was
right?
Yeah.
Treasure
So
isn't
you
that bad.
direct it,
I
and all your digested waste goes into the oven.
Sorry.
no, it's fine.
Iago
I'm trying
explaining
to
to
figure
a
out
commanding
his anatomy.
citizen how his anatomy
Like
works.
a random
Come on, this
soldier.
citizen is shaking in his boots because it's like, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you asked why I haven't used the restroom yet.
Right, as this is happening weirdly in the
Well,
background. I love
Two
that.
stars just
Um,
sitting.
Come back.
How's it going, guys?
Better you missed it.
Hey, it's
Perfect.
You also literally.
I think August wants to.
Oh
No. Raya, as this is finishing, you see
Basically, I
CC.
tell her about my bond and how I saw that it's Kumandra is a representation of the mortal world. We are their magic. And so someone has to have
Also, you have missing Indian
their
magic.
magic,
That's all the name.
right?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear that or understand that. Please say it one more time.
Okay, so
That
basically
there's-
explaining that how her bot came to her
Sorry.
and explained that the Fae are the combination between the magic and the mortals.
Mhm.
And it's like someone needs to be their magic. I need to help them. A lot of them can only punch things.
Namari,
which is
you
not
see,
bad.
she is nodding in agreement, just like that makes sense.
I can, in the mortal realm, every 2 weeks I could come in and visit if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it goes and I promise not to die.
She is agreeing, and again, she'll get some bedroll, some stuff. Sisu is
Gosh, sorry,
turned
I've
to
missed you so much. I know it's
Yaga.
literally 2
Yeah.
months and I promise
Yeah.
this is a healthy relationship too.
As Sisu turns to you, just like, so,
I've been thinking a lot. And I want to ask you a question, specifically. And sort of gestures over at Raya. Do you trust her?
Huh?
yeah.
Then so do I.
What?
The only way this orb will ever leave my body is if I am cut open and it is taken out. Or in 100 years when I give it to someone else.
As gross as it is, that's kind of a beautiful gesture of commitment.
You see, Sisu is sitting there. She's like rubbing her like head, just kind of thinking, just like,
That's a good commitment right there, Susu. What?
It's just if the other dragons find you.
Well,
Well, Namari, do you think we could?
it was never stated that the person guarding you had to stay in command room.
Mm-hmm.
You're going by technicalities?
That's how I work. I find all the loopholes. I've been doing it for thousands of years. Every loophole in our draconic code I've found, and I exploit. You know, it's illegal to come into another dragon's domain, but it's not illegal to send adventurers to get their treasure and bring it back to you. It's also not against the draconic code to take a shit on the edge of their borders.
You see, Sisu's looking at you. The same expression kind of in her eyes, just.
I'm sorry, I tried to be funny.
You see, Cheese Dog just.
Was it on her borders that you did
Then
it?
she stop just. Then don't.
Got ourselves in
I don't
a
want to
hurdle.
be there when you die.
Alright.
You see, she gets up from the table. She turns to you right, gives you a hug. Good luck.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
Sisu walks out of the room.
Aw.
Okay, I need to ask. You gotta tell me outright, out front. Were you guys dating once?
It was at least a 600-year relationship, yes.
Knew
Why?
it!
You hear 605, you dick!
Alright, when the last 5 were you complaining incessantly.
As you just hear that last little blurb, you see Namari turn just. So,
I'm sorry I'll be gone.
it's fine.
Everything's been okay.
Yeah? Boring. The most we've had to dispute is food. Listen, get out of here. You got this.
Oh, we long rested. Hang on.
Yes, both of you two long rested.
I'm back!
You're no
Because I
longer
have one hit point.
point.
Whoa, why did my max
Why
hit
does
point
his
get
max
funky?
hit point go down?
I overrode it.
Yes.
It's because I overrode it and I didn't correctly overrode again. Hang on.
Because Iago is beefy.
Yeah. Hang on. I had 4.
With that, what we will do is, as you guys are going to get ready to plane shift back, we will cut to the rest of our adventurers. Fire is raging around. Smoke is in the air as the rest of you are panting heavily.
There's just
All the
screaming.
dragons in Rye have just disappeared. I'm going to let you roleplay for a moment. I actually have to run to the restroom.
Oh, so should
Go
we
for it.
wait?
No, roleplay now.
Let's roll.
Oh, sorry.
Just want to say, I came in at the right time.
Yeah.
That is adorable. I love it. So cute.
Oh my
Right.
goodness, you and your ex are very entertaining when the
Yeah.
ex happens to be played by August.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
Lily
goodness.
wants
The
a
tension.
nap.
Love it.
I'm tired. Can we go home?
Can we actually like maybe camp out here? Hopefully Raya comes back soon.
I told her we could do. We could tell her where we end up next, and she could plane ship back.
How do we tell her?
I have a spiel.
Oh, magic is so useful
It
sometimes.
is. I have like an ethereal plane thing where I
Okay,
could go and tell her.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Kimona is alive. That's not good.
Nope.
Okay.
Who did we actually kill? Remember?
just a doppelganger.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah.
we fly back at this point.
Which is
Yeah.
it really actually her over there still or no?
Yeah, no
You
one.
fly.
Yeah, I
Fly
say it's
back.
not worth
Flown
chasing.
back.
You fly back.
I mean, unless you wanted to check out that last pin location to see if there's a person there, but it's hard when we don't have that object to lock onto anymore. So
Yeah.
we just like disappear
I'm
And
there.
the
Really
damage
fun,
and we're
yeah.
tired and,
Yeah.
and who knows if she's a protection
oh my
or
gosh.
not.
Oh yeah, seeing what the
survivors.
other dragons
Oh
did
my
while we
gosh.
were off.
Okay, guys, we
Yeah,
gotta
Jumbo,
go save people like
Jumbo
now.
nods and
Wait,
then
who are we? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he'll grab
Well, do
Rapunzel.
we rest or what?
We
Who's,
gotta go save people who are dying.
Yeah,
Okay.
he'll grab Rapunzel and Meg and fly.
Okay, yeah.
Do damage control.
Because I have
That's kind of a big deal.
like one
Yeah.
slot for Magnificent Mansion or teleport. So
I
like
love.
I
Let's
will
just
save those.
Help people. August, Dumbo took me and Meg, sorry, to go and find survivors.
Where do you want to go?
Remember really quickly, now that we're no longer in combat, do I no longer have Bardic Inspiration? Because isn't it just like a minute?
No, Bardic lasts 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, if you don't use it soon.
Okay, we're going to
I would like to proceed with my Bardic Inspiration for survivors at the
Sorry.
docks.
It's kind of gross.
Go for it.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
I will say I love the transition from this beautiful, serene Kumandra, just like wildlife is beautiful. You come back screaming and fire, and everyone's like half dead.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at least it's not a surprise. It was like this when she left.
Yeah.
This is what
I
else.
won't be sorry.
Peter, Louie, and Merida. Where would you guys like to go?
I don't know where I ended up.
Oh, that's an
Coming back to the courtyard, it's like you ended up where like everyone's looking at where Raya just disappeared.
Okay, well, I'll follow Louis and see wherever they go, because I still don't know what's going on.
Gotcha.
Last time, so.
Louie and Peter,
I could just scream.
what's your plan?
I mean,
Follow
you both
Peter.
go ahead, just sit
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do some damage control.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
See
do.
if there's anything I can do.
Then, with the exception of the 38, everyone please make me survival checks.
Ah, shite.
Everyone, or with the exception
Exception of you.
accepting Dumbo or accepting.
I'm only ever using
Dumbo.
the after roll from now on.
Oh, please make me a survival
17.
check.
I'd like to see my new dice.
You're coming back.
You saw them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh gosh. Yeah, chat's getting a little off the rails now. With
Woohoo!
Which what?
That 20 on survival.
Nice
this is a
man.
flat survival, just around the board.
18.
18,
17.
17, 15.
Working on it.
No, working on.
Louis working real hard on Survivor right now.
Ah.
17. Right now, everyone's getting about a 15 or higher, which is good.
That is
Yeah,
good.
So,
I remember one time we were all rolling for the lowest we got was 21.
Should we
I
get
think it was
Plus on this or no?
when we were sneaking up on. We didn't even find out his name until later.
What are we looking at, Louis?
7.
7.
Oh,
Louis, there's not much you can help with. As what you were realizing, Dumbo, here's what I will give you.
Okay.
You see quickly there are 3 points that need help. The ship area looks bad. The castle is in flames, and people are panicking and basically fleeing the country right now.
These dice.
Okay.
Where would you like to go? Because again, keep in mind, Megan Rapunzel, you'll be with her.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
I mean, guess what looks like it would have had the most important stuff for people to get killed or destroyed, right? Like,
when we went
where's
to the
that?
castle, there didn't seem to be a lot of inhabitants anymore. Yeah.
The other dragon went to the mountain.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna worry about the castle right now,
Where would you
honestly,
roll
because I think
10
everybody
dice
already
yesterday?
fled that. So.
Oh, by the way, Iago, I put everything that you need to be killed on site before we come on.
Yeah.
UBT dubs.
What?
As you guys into existence.
Ah!
Yeah.
Hang on, so what
Should
was
we go for the mountain?
Yeah, what's on the mountain?
I don't know, but a
What,
dragon.
a
It was
dragon's
important enough a
still
single dragon went there.
Okay, let's definitely check that out.
Mountain. Okay. We're going to the mountain.
Cool. As you guys, Peter, you, Louis, and Merida, it's that quick, like, starting to, like, get people, put out fires, like, get into homes, and you're all doing it pretty well. Louis, it's hard when, again, like, everything's on fire, trying to get in places, but Louis, what you're finding also is a lot of people just need comfort, and so you're starting to comfort people,
Wait,
small
is our
children.
message
And
to
playing
Louis
music
still
to them?
happening?
Yeah,
Okay, then I'm
psychic.
going to message everyone. Look for the queen, the leaders, because they're going to be the
Rapunzel,
most.
as you fly up to the
Oh,
mountain,
shoot.
you see the royal guards' bodies burning on the ground.
Are they moving?
He said bodies for a
I
reason.
know.
Rapunzel, Dumbo, and Meg,
That's literally what I
as
thought.
you fly up, the guard is on fire. In the center of the ring, claw marks into the stone and earth,
Shoot.
is a single crown lying there.
Of course we don't have a body.
Whose crown is it? Anna?
Wait, can I roll investigation because we don't have a body to be like, is it?
Perceive!
Was it only like fake
Yeah,
death?
I was like, what?
I'm going to grab the
Throws
crown.
out.
22
Alright.
investigation.
I just rolled 2 sevens.
2 sevens, not just one, but 2. Ron, roll me a d10.
Yeah,
Weird
right?
things have happened tonight. I rolled a 1 on a D10. Like,
Hit the other one off a 7. So yeah, no.
Can I look for horse hoof tracks?
Meg, I mean, not only the vexology of like the symbols of Arendelle, their flag, this has got to be the crown that fell off in the attack. The current Queen of Arendelle, Queen Anna, was here.
August, can I look
But
for
is
hoof
that still
tracks?
enough of like there's no body like
I will say on a 22, Meg, when you saw Freyr just first arrive, blood was all over his maw. And it's enough to piece together by not splitting up while you did do a lot of good damage control for the dragons for other stuff. The hit that was put out by Freyr was carried out.
Oh, okay. So she's definitely dead.
That's important to know.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around though, again, you are seeing where this was going. Dumbo, you're quickly realizing this was a secret passage into the mountains, out through the Horn Mountains. It's one of those, you can tell someone must have decided the kingdom was lost, and so it's that save the queen so that anything can happen, but the queen didn't make it in time.
August, do you know where to find the Way of Mercy stuff on something other than Wikidot?
It requires a body.
I know. I know.
You know?
I know. I
All
just
right.
want to read it a little more carefully. Because if I can find a piece of her body, I don't know if that could be enough. One.
Here's what I will say.
I don't know if that would count.
Rapunzel,
Yes.
you need enough. And I don't think you'll find enough.
I don't think so
Nom nom.
Because the enough is currently inside.
seen
Hey,
Yes.
Morph, can you just go rooting around
Part of
the
the
dragon's
balanced
stomach,
diet,
please?
Here we
dragon's
go.
breakfast.
Implement.
Oh no.
Hand of Ultimate Mercy.
We're terrible
actually,
people.
You
We're
need.
all going to
you
hell,
need.
guys.
What I will say.
This is
My general rules. You're gonna need at least 85 to 90% of the body,
That's fair.
and
No, that's fair.
yeah.
A whole
I
cat.
understand.
Because I
She
mean,
was
it
right.
says corpse, and how I view corpse is yes, naturally corpses might
The
decay,
majority of the body.
but
yeah.
if something like this happened,
No,
just
you're
saying.
good. I
Zombie
was just
strange.
like, maybe
Yeah.
it'll say something.
You need
Literally.
enough of a body.
Well, spoilers for those in the chat.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Huh?
I said it fast enough, no one noticed.
As you guys are realizing, here's what you quickly find out. Your survival checks are doing much good. The city, there are 2 large ships left. Most minor ships were immediately destroyed when the dragons first arrived.
Is there damage to the 2 remaining ships?
No, it's out of the 4 big ships that could shuttle out large portions of the city. 2 of them were obliterated with people inside.
Oh.
The remaining 2, again, Serdis was hitting on me. It was a full, deliberate attack, is what you're quickly realizing. And so, the 2 that are gone are at the bottom of the ocean already. They are kaput. But the 2 that are still here are completely intact, and people are currently loading into them. And you guys are helping this, again, making sure families stay together, because not everyone's leaving by sea, though. The people that are leaving by land, again, very helpful, because what would have been Iago's job and Sisu's in that, crowd control was negated. The other thing, though, is the armies of Arendelle were destroyed by fire. That was all Iago.
Yeah, you might want to be a human form for a
Can I make a medicine check while either they're looking around, or can I
Also, what if you
wrap
just
my
call
hair
yourself
around me to
just
strap
call yourself
myself to
Ida?
Dumbo? Can
So
I
then you're not
start
Iago.
making a tincture that could induce vomiting?
Are you trying to get the dragon
I'm
to
just
vomit up her
thinking.
body?
You're trying to make a tincture, create something to make a gold dragon vomit up the mangled corpse of the once Queen of Arendelle to try to bring her back to life
I'm trying.
in the next 24 hours.
Still
This is what Rapunzel would try, okay?
I know it is. Go ahead and roll me a d20 medicine check, flat.
Okay.
Can somebody help me? No, I know.
No.
It's
Hell?
cute you think you have a chance.
It's very cute.
The thing is, I would
Dumbo.
try.
Yeah,
but
Rapunzel's
Rapunzel
the one
tried.
to try. The rest of you
Rapunzel
would
is
be
the
that, slow
I'm gonna bless
cross.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bless myself.
Bless yourself.
And the
Bless
rains
myself.
in Africa.
It's
Not that powerful.
Look at her, full of vodka.
Yeah.
Listen to
The
her,
genocide
cocktails.
of the vampires.
Let's see.
Oh, no.
What'd you get?
I am looking,
You're good. You're good.
scrolling.
Lots of scrolling.
Oh my goodness! 24.
Oh, I see. If you need to get by me, just tell me.
Will do, thanks.
I'm letting you know, because I was let roll. It would have needed to be a nat 20, because it's not just any normal vomiting. You're trying to get something that could induce vomiting out of an ancient dragon that you've never done before, and so it's like, well, you know the basics. And again, you're not like, while you have a lot of good supplies, again, you stopped by that shop in Magenta, you gained a lot of great supplies there. Nothing, though, for the high checks that would be needed to make something like this.
While we're talking, I kind of like elbow you. It's like, I know one dragon who can puke. No, we're not there yet. Okay.
You know, just-
What? Okay. I gotta like.
I'm just trying to think of all the ways to make
After a
it.
couple of hours, the flames have died down. The ships are loaded, and you see, 2 of the ships have already pushed off. The remaining 2. If anyone remains in the city, they are not alive. As Arendelle is now a desolate battleground.
Can I
let
help
me-
gather the bodies and them burials?
You can.
Are we there now?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. Dumbo is also doing this.
Yes, gathering the bodies.
Hey,
Iago's gonna sit on some rubble and like flick a coin from the
I'm
other
gonna
end.
go down to where the docks are because that's probably where most survivors are, and I'm gonna try and help as much as I can.
As I'm kind of pulling a body past Iago, I like stop. I kind of like touch the forehead, like, sorry, I need. You know, like a pause.
What
I
noise
tap
is
the head,
that?
like, sorry.
The body's being dragged.
Hey, I gotta talk to you.
Oh, by the way,
Um,
Louis speaks dragon.
so.
Yeah,
so,
the lizard
so
folk-
last week when he said like, "Why does the snack speak?" he definitely understood that.
Yeah, that's why. It's why does the snack speak?
Except Louis took it as snacks.
snack.
Ooh.
Which somebody else interpreted for me, and I was like,
Well,
yes.
I wish I had, and I thought that's how
Can't
you were
remember what was it.
interpreting it.
So
Somebody
the
said it
thing
and I was
is,
like, yes.
King Arthur in a lot of Magentia, and I kind of gesture around, are kind of rightfully pissed at dragons, so we should probably stick in
Fair.
that form for now. Side note, King Arthur has also put out a decree that you are to be killed on sight.
That's
Same with
Christmas.
Sisu and any other dragons that have laid waste to any monster.
Didn't you kill me with Voldemort?
I did.
You see, when you're as old as me, you know how to find the loopholes.
But are you
Succession.
still Iago the dragon, though? Because...
But you killed Iago the dragon.
Okay. Okay.
17.
Sure. You might need an alias to go by here, though. Just in case. Any
Like,
names?
instead of Iago the dragon, my actual title, they title Iago the Razor of Armies.
You have a nickname!
Iago the
Nickname, like a
Destroyer
street
of...
name.
Okay.
Maybe like
Red.
Ivan?
Ivan?
Just Ivan.
That's a very Russian name for a
That's it.
very not Russian looking person.
I'm like, where were you going with that?
Ichabod? Maybe...
Maybe,
That's absolutely worse.
Maybe
you,
a-
honestly, it really sounds like you have never given an alias to anyone. Have you
Maybe-
ever tried to impersonate someone before? You're doing it
This is
horribly.
while you guys are drawing bodies into the town to like give them
Yeah,
a funeral.
I'm literally walking with her, not touching
Not,
her.
Yeah,
not,
I-
not helping.
Peter's like
Yeah.
hearing just a little bit of this. Just
Like-
about Othello.
Oh my gosh! Because
Yeah, you're from England. It actually exists. Oh my gosh, I love Narnia.
Yeah, fun fact.
Good play, I saw it with Jafar. And no.
Does this also exist in Lasagna now?
That's
Oh, Zachary just plane hopping.
like if,
That was one
if
of the
there's
best
a mortal
reactions
name
of
that
August
feels
Westman
right
and
to
Shakespeare.
you.
Call me Eric.
Eric. Alright.
Like Prince Eric.
Who's that?
Who said that? Chronomancy! Merlin pops out and immediately disappears.
And I will knife you.
Merlin
Sounds
always will appear when
good.
people try to break the time stream.
We're okay with this.
Also,
Merlin's
I
the
have
TVA?
a contingency plan.
Oh yes!
Like,
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no,
wants
you
to-
said it. That means that we can summon Merlin
You know?
at will by
No.
deliberately breaking the time stream when we want magical help.
So,
You gave us that. You said he
With-
always will appear.
Can
No.
morph?
I'm
Can
gonna-
morph?
He did
I
say
did roll a
always.
nat
I
20.
heard
That's
always.
fine.
Can morph?
Yes.
Hold
Sorry.
on. We'll
I
let you guys
heard.
finish off your thing. No, you can't just summon Merlin by metagaming.
Except for kind of though.
No. I will stop making. I will stop making funny jokes then. Like,
No.
yeah. See, like no. So
Sorry, Disney
sorry.
Dad.
Also, I have a contingency plan. If anyone wants to.
That looks really heavy.
Wait a minute. I use Mage Hand to kind of start dragging the bug.
It takes
Why didn't I do
like
that?
30 pounds.
Yeah. So it's like.
No, that's worse. I just I search it. No. I will keep that slot to go back to Kumandra available at all times. So like in an emergency, like a bodyguard, I will immediately touch your shoulder. It's like, do you want a code word at all, or just we're leaving? We out of this
Code words.
party? We're gonna bounce.
We dipping.
We dipping?
Bread.
That is so basic.
Let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread.
Strange human terminology, though you're a fae.
I know. I heard it once. This teenager in Magencia said it, and it is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Iago,
Yes.
can you make me a wisdom saving throw real quick?
What?
What?
Is this against, it's not a dex saving army. Is this against a spell being cast within 5 feet of me?
No, it's
Okay, perfect. Just had to know. 24.
cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hate it.
That's it.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll only use that phrase if, and then nod and we'll go back.
Unless, of course, one of us isn't able to nod, then we just go.
Yep. Yes. I meant that not in
Perfect.
a
Also,
stuck way,
I want
but
you
in
to
a.
know if I do somehow end up dying, make sure in my dying moments you make Sisu become present, because she says she doesn't want to be there when I die.
Oh! No! We're pausing. We're pausing, Eric. Eric, have you ever been in a healthy relationship?
Actually,
Well,
no.
you see, for dragons,
Flynn's
that's-
walking by carrying a body, just Eric?
Hello, fellow human.
Iago.
Bird, Iago! What's up?
I slapped my foot. Eric.
Okay, like, how many people do we run with?
Dude. Dude.
Eric, how's it going?
I don't like it either, don't worry. This is just indulging my current bodyguard.
Okay.
Bodyguard? What's
Anyway,
He
Yeah,
walks
we
away.
might want to let Rapunzel know that. As I'm dragging bodies, we might want to let the team know, or do you not want to let the team know?
about what?
You know, the little, the pill you took yesterday. the magical world-ending pill.
We don't need to tell anyone. The less people who know, the better.
Why don't
The
you
less
just-
people who know, the less chance I have of getting dissected by
That's
Hades.
fair. Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
You know, if only I swallowed a sphere of anti-magic as well as a wormling, we'd be fine.
What? A wormling?
Nothing.
Okay.
You swallow a baby dragon.
As
No,
a
when I
wormling.
As
While he
Oh.
was a baby dragon.
He
This
ate
dying
his
woman
siblings.
on this dying
Probably
woman on the
did.
street.
Like a baby dragon! Conway, no, your brother!
He vomits up a whole other ancient red dragon.
Rap.
Oh no.
We don't want to get into that
you
part of
ate
that
him in
story.
the womb, but
Brother.
because you ate
Dragons
him.
are mean. They're evil. Get over it.
Anyway.
While I'm
Anywho,
helping the
so-
wounded,
then
am
like,
I
okay,
finding anyone who worked at the castle, especially anyone who's wearing a uniform?
Anyone who was at the castle was being shuttled out through the mountain pass.
Or shot.
So they're either gone or
Straight
they
up
were
murder.
I
what you
feel like we
think.
need to protect these people as their.
So there is really no
No?
any authority figure whatsoever.
I sent 4 ancient dragons, to level Arendelle, and
Guys,
they basically did
They're
it.
dead. Get over it.
I very much made
I'm
sure.
just
Where's
that-
the
finding
note from
someone
the
who
sky? I
can
mean,
take
yes, I agree.
control of the
Snacks
situation,
to
shall we?
everyone.
am alone.
Here's what I'm gonna say. As you guys are
Yes.
finishing up, there is not a
Dead
lot
dude.
left here. Eventually, you will be able to get all the bodies, pile them up. What would be your goal, direction? What do you guys want to do now?
Well,
Give them a burial, set them ablaze.
That's already done.
Oh, okay.
That's already done. Yeah.
our adversary is stepping up his plan. We need to do something to hamstring him.
Hey, before we start planning, 6th level, the tree side kind of spell. Is anyone scrying on us? Anybody watching
Thank you.
us?
Ooh,
Thank you so
interesting.
Dumbo will also divine sense.
Sense.
Interesting.
Peter's gonna walk 60 feet away in divine sense.
So spread around.
Just walking in a circle.
Do a circle. Hey, yo, Peter, do a circle.
A circle.
A circle, Peter.
Also, Merida is gonna primeval awareness.
Also 29 passive perception.
It's
As
anyone
an
watching us.
outsider
So-
watching
And
from
the
heavens
overfeed.
above, I would like
What
to know
the paladins
everything.
feel, what the ranger senses, and what the Dick sees. You punk. Iago, there's a little sensor right behind your head.
Fuck, Eric. Dispel magic.
What level?
Yago's just like.
Hey, yeah. There's a. Well, actually, before I dispel, I kind of like.
A
I go
fiendish
back your
presence
shoulder and I go,
radiates from this.
Are you enjoying the show?
Stop
Stop
getting
it!
response from this? But what do you want from this thing?
It's pain and panic.
I'm trying to be an ass. I'm gonna cast this at 4th level.
Because while it's a presence, yes, paladins, you know this is not a creature. Same with, of course, Merida. Yes, whatever this thing is, it is a presence. It's like a magical thing happening here, not a creature. That's always a good distinction to make, shall we say.
Okay.
Crap, how long has it been watching you?
Hopefully not too long.
Probably knows you.
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
Yeah, somebody's scrying on you, dude. Get out. 4th level.
Please roll for it.
Oh!
Spellcasting attack against this mofo.
Anybody
Uh-oh.
want to give me a luck
Nope.
point?
That's that very pointedly at Merida. You got luck, but Merida, you're out of luck points. It was a whole day. I mean,
Alright,
keep in
you
mind,
guys
this is still the
haven't
same
left.
thing as getting the
Yeah.
Andrew stuff taken care of. It was a whole thing.
Wild magic.
You want a wild magic?
Wild
I
magic.
also have one last spell slot left if you don't want to.
Can you dispel
I
this,
want a
dude?
wild
I
magic.
can try.
You should-
Do I still have my bardic inspiration, or has it been too
You do
long?
have, no, I'd say, yeah, it has been too
Okay.
long for the bardic.
But I'm assuming level 5 I will have to roll.
Yes. Oh no, level 5 dispel magic?
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
I felt daggers digging into the back
Please
of my
make me a
skull.
wisdom saving throw.
I think it's happening again!
Me.
I love this.
Natural 20.
Hey.
It's a natural
27.
20.
Nothing
Hey,
comes
you've
back.
been watching the Iago channel. This channel is no longer in service.
So
Get out.
Is that a
And you're watching
creature
Disney
or a
Channel.
thing or?
Oh, there was some sort of spell.
So are we good?
Okay,
You're
is there
just
any
skipping
I
others?
don't feel like there's a
Any
human
others?
Tom looking at me.
And yes,
Okay.
Merida, you've got that great
Small
3-foot range.
question.
You're
Do
safe,
you have
paladins,
any
nothing
other
immediate.
organs
You know
that
you're
that
Do I have any organs?
that can go? Can you seriously not hear that? Dude, okay, I message him. The orb!
Oh, that's in my
They
left,
probably know where it is!
That's in my left stomach bag of holding. Don't worry, I say back in message.
Good. Back in
Left
message.
stomach. How many stomachs do you have?
Yes, you have a bag of
I mean,
holding in all
just
of
cows have 4, so it's not surprising that dragon might have.
It's a weird. We're not gonna.
Alright.
We're not getting.
into my
The
anatomy!
anatomy.
I've never once began to explain how dragon anatomy
What
works.
about
I'm not
the
starting today.
All
Well,
right.
actually, you have a couple of times.
With
where you
this
don't
being
get
said,
them.
yes,
I had to
this
do
is
that
an
once
open
because
discussion.
the
We'll play
druid
as you guys are all here. What is your plan?
So, I know Erdo just, like, got sacked. Are there any, like, port records intact? Because we were, like, checking ports for Flint before we got side-railed by this whole thing.
The
Okay.
ports. That's where most of the smaller ships were. That was one of the first things.
Does anybody have word of sending to Magentia?
Nope.
I mean, I'd still like to check on my dog.
Ooh, we can
Yeah,
go
we should
there.
Oh, let's go to
Because
Scotland!
apparently-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Are there any
7.
boats that are still
and Flint.
intact?
What? Any
Are there
boats?
any ships that are still intact?
No.
Are there
The
any
only ships that are
still
intact
burned?
have been used to leave.
Cool. So, Scotland it is.
Yes.
Teleport!
We need to send the survivors somewhere.
They're gone.
They're
They're
gone.
gone. I
already.
already said.
Oh,
Already
they're
survived
gone.
this
I thought
one.
that we had.
Yeah,
You're
so
gone.
teleport.
Rapunzel's checking dead bodies. Are you okay?
I genuinely thought August
So,
said that they were.
what do I need to roll with percentile for Scotland?
Here we go. For percentile, you want to roll high. This is something. Let's see. It's not a false description because
See if we'll get
description.
closer this time.
This is something you would have viewed
No,
once.
None
Once?
taken.
Okay. I'll roll the
I mean,
good
it
dice.
wasn't completely.
It's not as bad because
Well, it wasn't great.
you're doing better than because Louis going off a description.
2.
Oh my
What?
mother.
Mishaps.
Luck can't It's a percentile roll.
It's a percentile roll. That means Tides of Chaos won't even help because
It's
that's a
not a
D20.
It's a D100.
Oh! You gotta
Roll
love
two.
the mishaps. Oh, I love
This
it.
is the second time. It's a sign we're not
Please.
supposed to
I
go
need
to
to know.
Scotland.
So Iago,
Second time this
Iago,
has happened.
what
I'm so sorry.
would have been like the image in your mind? Because you're going off of like a what you saw once, like you're seeing like.
Oh, no.
But what specifically
The
would you?
image he instantly thought of when he thought of Scotland was Virtus.
What?
Yeah.
Don't. Do not. Do not.
Copper
Virtus is a
Dragon, well known for staying in.
You're kidding me.
He's like, oh, we're Virtus, hey.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be a mishap.
You're gonna.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are we gonna have to go fight a dragon?
Hey, no one said I couldn't.
Let me
leave
think, because we gotta go.
It's true. Like that was never discussed.
Alright, alright.
We better not be fighting a dragon, guys. I'm out of spell slots.
I actually got all my spell
We have
slots
a
back,
couple
but
left.
also
I
I
also
have a
have
lot
all
of
my
information to
spell
tell you
Wherever we end up,
guys.
since I didn't
No?
teleport,
Plane
this
shift.
magnificent mansion.
I can also teleport
shift?
again.
Plane
I
shift
have
everyone.
A bunch of spell
Plane
slots.
shift everyone. August, DM.
Well, first we have to go.
Find out
Oh,
what
excuse me. And Nearvis, I knew I was saying that wrong. Nearvis is the dragon nearest to Scotland. He kind of took that. Most dragons take that line.
The dude
I
with the
like
kilt
them.
and the beard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes. No. I was
the
just
bronze
confirming.
dude. The bronze dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we
Because the
killed the
copper
bronze
dude
one.
is Virtus.
Copper is
The brass
Virtus.
dude you killed.
Bronze.
Oh, brass.
Yes. Bronze.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Bronze.
I was thinking Virtus.
Brass you
Sorry.
killed. Copper you freed. Bronze is
Bronze
what you're
is the dude
thinking.
with the kilt. Okay, that's what I meant. That's what I meant was.
Imagine a dragon in a
As
kilt
you all,
and a
toon,
man.
toon, 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 grabbing hands, ready, phoom, you are suddenly in a dark cavern.
Yeah, go Hermie.
Where
I
are
mean,
Oh, this is a problem. Really quickly, I'm
Here.
panicking.
Hey.
Teleport! I would like to go to Agrabah.
All right, Agrabah, that's a place you know very well.
So, works!
Yes, you still have to roll for it, because,
Yeah,
I mean,
because you can mishap.
He's just
yes,
like, ah!
it's technically,
24!
that's not a perfect on target, though. Fun
Okay,
fact,
that's
it has
fine.
to be a 25 and up, but 24 is really good.
They smacked
Off
the cave of
target
wonder.
states, appear at red distance away, this is one.
We're gonna be in the middle of the Cave of Wonders.
There goes
Everybody's
two of my
so
spell slots.
cranky.
Gosh.
Oh.
Hey, Louis, you still got teleport?
The next time someone's
Oh, I
in
can do it 6 more
Scotland,
times.
Meg Vito.
90%? Okay.
Nobody knows how to get us
minutes.
there.
I have 5 spell slots.
Wait. I'm saying this out loud. I just rolled a 90% because
Oh, no.
the distance off, because you were just off target, 90% of the distance that was to be traveled is how much you will be off.
What?
Oh,
I might have to do insane math.
Oh my gosh, did you
Why?
land in Scotland then?
But that's what I'm saying.
That's possible.
Because
But I thought
it's
he rolled
something.
real-
It's like
rolled really
what's
close.
90%
Insane.
between Scotland and Agrabah?
And then you can go to the
You
protected
can meet my back.
Yeah!
So we made it.
do this.
To
Oh
say,
my gosh,
so what you're saying is we made it 90% correct.
No, as in you are 90% away, and it's somewhere I get to place, but it's still again.
But I thought he rolled
That
really
would be
high.
I
on the
rolled a
way.
24.
24.
Like,
On a
25
off
out of
target,
100.
you need to be 25 and up to be there. Wild. I mean, anything can happen. This has been a wild session. Let's
I
see.
missed it by a 1.
Oh, hey, have we taken a bunch of
He
damage?
was 3 feet in front of
Because
you.
we went into an open cavern.
How could you
It's
miss?
only if we wind up in
So
a
what
solid.
is?
Yeah, we were in an open
Okay.
cavern, so we're
Okay.
fine.
Thank goodness.
I need to
Can you
think.
imagine we just get?
I've got a lot of
Your
options
buddy.
here,
Not your buddy.
and I'm trying to think
Oh,
what
by
would
the
be
way,
the
as
best
our bodies are
one.
literally folding in space and time, are you guys okay? Everyone good?
Show her the picture.
Everyone's
I
gonna vomit.
actually didn't have her
There's
at
this
all.
one picture,
I
then he
still
showed me the
have
picture.
Okay,
Show the
I
picture.
still have some of the
Because it looked.
Hey,
Out of
Never
context,
come out
I've
of
never
a battle
seen
like
what this
that.
person looks like before.
Iago.
That one picture.
as in the stress of crap, shit. Like, no, not him. Yeah, boom! You feel body and space rend. You are
The outfit,
overshoot.
yeah.
Well, just the face too. The angle of the face. looked
Oh
older.
no,
The
we're
face
gonna be
is
in
what
the
looked older.
ocean!
Then he showed me another picture. I was like, never mind. I could
Yeah,
than I
that's-
The shooting star over Agrabah overshoots the mark.
Overshoot?
And, hey, 90% away, and I had to think of what would be an interesting cinematic place to go. Because there were a couple places.
Never
But in
left
terms
the
of, like, going, again, you're going from Scotland to Agrabah. You want to go fast.
Nothing but pass.
You guys all feel yourself phew, up here. You look down and drop into the ocean.
How far
Teleport!
are we from the
Do you have
You
another
I have-
teleport?
my
You gave me 5 level
There
eight.
Before you
is-
teleport, I could plane shift
There
us.
is one thing
Yes.
that Dumbo would see on that passive.
Oh, okay.
In the distance,
There's
there's
a
a
ship.
ship.
Oh my gosh!
So Iago
Teleport us to
is
the
like,
ship.
we're
To the
falling,
ship,
he's like,
yeah.
and then Dumbo is going to be like, there's a ship over there.
What ship? Also, we're falling.
Yeah,
Just
he
try
points
not
his-
to
Oh,
drown.
yeah, you're like-
Dumbo's
Yeah.
okay,
Nice,
Dumbo's
this
just
ship.
floating down.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was whenever.
Oh yeah, we're all feather falling, sweet. Dumbo's
Oh,
like,
crap, I
shit.
can't swim.
Yeah, no, we're feather
I'm
falling.
just gonna run, I'm just
And
gonna run.
Iago's like,
On the water.
Ship?
To the ship.
How far
To
away
the
is
ship.
it? Like, how clearly can we see it?
Right now, the ship seems to be about what you would know to be port side, maybe like quarter mile, because it's like in the distance, but enough where you're like, that's definitely an outline.
Is it shiny?
solid land, and I'm not going to mess this one up.
The ship is not shiny.
So it's probably not the walrus.
And she's like, oh,
It's
solid
a
land,
ship.
I'm not gonna mess this up.
Don't
Teleport!
teleport us to the ship. We can fly.
Onto the ship.
Please roll it again. Really, really good. You're literally looking at it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
That's a 71.
7.
Oh, thank
Boom.
goodness. I
You
realized
appear
17
on the
for a
deck
second,
of
I'm
the
like,
ship.
Ugh.
What ship?
As you appear,
Please tell me it's the Meridian.
you
dog
appear black sails.
This is ours now.
Oh yes, and welcome to first-time viewers as the Imagineers find themselves on the deck of the Black
We're
Pearl.
like
This
level
is
19. I'm
so
sorry, we're taking
whack.
it.
As you
You have to be
see,
Jack.
Yeah,
a-
it's like level 5. We got
a-
one
Wait,
now.
Jack is
shh, peeking around the mast, hearing the noise, you see a man, scraggly beard, points around, quickly clocks everyone, sees you to nope,
I'll get
Yep.
I'm
Off
gonna
my
chuck
ship.
my frying pan at his head.
off our shit. He's gonna dunk. Go ahead, and roll.
What's
for me.
going on?
Okay, that's a nat 20, sir.
Oh, cool.
Insta-kill.
Rogue evasion. He takes no damage as he succeeds on a.
No,
save.
he takes half damage.
Oh yes, half damage. Sorry,
And
this
that's
isn't an
an
area
evasion,
effect.
yeah, it's-
Uncanny die.
Okay, well,
Okay,
let's
dodge.
see.
There's what I'm looking for. Sorry. You're doing damage. I have to add him now to this. Let me
Alright,
pull up Jack Sparrow.
Hang on, so
If only Jack had stayed with us.
is there anyone
No, he
else
went to
on the
leave.
ship, or is it just Jack?
Oh, we'll get to that. This is just what's happening. Oh, chat is
Terry?
bad. Hey, chat language.
He takes
James.
25
James.
points of damage.
Oh, he's got
and,
damage.
We lost the
Logan.
ship, buddy.
Here's what we're doing. How much damage?
25.
25.
25
Alright.
frying pan damage.
Here we go. Sorry. Jack
You
Sparrow.
guys pop up. Vroom, bang.
Frying pans.
25. That will have.
Frying pans. That son of a
Two.
I mean, he took the ship.
Jack Sparrow
He
sees
took
this.
the Meridian. He took my ship.
Well, it's the pearl you're on right now.
I
though.
know, but he still
But
took
turn
my
it
You're
ship.
mad at him.
Oh, thanks, Mason.
He sees this.
Wait, wait, wait.
Yes,
He
he
doesn't
said
like you guys
no,
on
he
his
took
ship
it from
though, because
Corona.
last time this happened, it all went really bad for him. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do
Well, then
this?
he shouldn't have stolen ours.
I know it's true.
Consequences.
It's like
Jack
fair trade,
sees you.
sir.
He'll try. Well, oh no, I don't think he can. That's not something you can save against. It's something you would have to like have willing.
So are we all in initiative?
Not yet, because something would happen, and if it doesn't work, then we would get into initiative.
Cool.
I just have to check the wording of a spell.
Wait, is Lincoln possessing the pearl right now, or did he get moved to
That's
something else?
separate.
Jack took him off the pearl and
He's
sent him
possessing
out.
Terry.
Oh, he's possessing a person now. Right.
Yeah, Terry's possessed now.
So he couldn't
Wow.
do that.
Terry.
Sorry, he has a limited amount of spells in his teeth. For those that remember Jack Sparrow's fun stuff.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna do that. He's not mean.
I could just.
This is like weird for me as a DM and Jack. So I'm like, oh yeah, I guess this can happen. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a quick. Cool. You guys see Jack does a quick look at everyone. Kind of like foom foom. He sees you're all like in various states of hurt. Like you guys look fine. As this happens, what he is going to do is he is going to come up to you, Meg, put a sword around your neck, and hold through the if you touch me, she dies.
Peter's gonna step forward and just like, Captain,
Thank you.
all we require is a ride on your ship.
And the last time that happened, I found myself without a ship.
Can I do like a sleight of hand to stab Jack? Because I really don't like being used as a hostage or whatever.
Yeah,
like, it's very
he
demeaning.
chose
And a
Meg.
little triggering.
That was a good
Oh,
idea.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
Gosh.
He was trying to see, because again, out of anyone who like how they look, like in terms of like health or like vibe, it's not like maybe.
Well, a nat 1 makes that an 11.
As you go to, he's just, tooth back to the thing, at your neck.
Do I-
Kind of
do I
pushes a
know who he
little
is?
closer.
Does Iago recognize you?
You've never
Okay,
met this
cool.
person.
Who is this strange, gross, grubby
I
dude?
believe
Our
this is
really
the
annoying
solar
pirate.
ship.
He stole our ship.
Coming up
excuse
from below
me.
deck. This will happen. Sorry, you first. Yeah.
Perhaps you don't know who I am, but that's fine, seeing as I've been asked not to stay in my form of natural existence.
We're in the middle of the ocean. Go ahead and meet him, dude.
Shrooms are a trip, that my friend.
If you would like to survive this encounter, please let her go.
Ooh.
And his eyes are definitely full dragon green, as they always are in his humanoid form. So he just smiles and flames sort of lick out of his mouth.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Or isn't it an
Now,
intimidation?
Meg, is it persuasion?
Oh no, you could
intimidation.
use intimidation. That's
Thank
totally
you.
fine.
Natural 20 with
Oh
a total
my
of
gosh.
31.
Why hell?
31.
That wasn't at 20. That was beautiful.
Jack shifts tooth to the other side, breaks it, he disappears.
Well, that worked better than normal.
Alright.
Did he take Meg with him?
No.
Oh.
Interesting.
We need
Can
to search
someone
the
roll
ship. We need
something?
to
Because
search
there's
the
no way
wheel.
he just abandons
Yeah,
the world.
search the ship. I'm going to go to the wheel.
Coming up from below deck, you guys see a dude in a slight cloak looking around, just like, holy fuck.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you guys
Hello.
the Imagineers.
Who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm Terry. Nice to meet you.
Terry!
Terry.
Nice to meet you.
You want to be part of our
Wait,
crew?
he took Terry?
Oh,
No,
Terry
he left Terry.
willingly chose to tag along.
Aww, Terry didn't even say goodbye!
Oh, he'll say goodbye to you guys next time. This is like part of Terry's choice. He wasn't gonna stay forever.
Fine.
Yeah. As Terry comes up, you guys see.
Your
It's an NPC that
captain kind of
they're
just
really
teleported away when we just
adopted.
wanted to talk to him, and he put a knife to one of our necks. I point at.
Yeah.
Pirate.
Sorry,
You
I
like
don't
that?
think he likes you guys.
So,
To be fair, I
the
did
wheel?
try to kill him the first time we met. Well, I successfully killed him, and then he came back like the
I'm
filthy
going
little
straight to the wheel.
cockroaches.
and
To the
making
helm.
sure that he's
Yeah.
not there.
I came
And
back to help.
like seriously, we should search the ship. He's probably
As you
still
start
here.
walking to the helm, yes, please everyone make me a dexterity saving throw.
All of us make dex though.
Danger sense for our buddy Iago.
Yes. Danger sense would definitely help you.
So Iago got a 14.
Ooh, interesting.
Dirty
I got
20 for
22.
Peter.
Dirty 20.
And
Let me know anyone who rolls above a 20.
hey, anybody within 5 feet of Peter?
Oh, that would be all of you except for Rapunzel then.
So I got a natural 1, which is a 17 as Dumbo.
How much do we get from Peter?
Plus 3.
13.
13,
Not great.
22.
22,
21.
21.
Is
Boogity food.
this a spell being cast within 5 feet
No,
of me?
this is
I
a
figured.
area of
I
effect, my
figured.
dear.
And
Big year.
Spot on
Aw.
20 for Peter.
Spot on 20. Rye, what'd you get?
12.
12.
Is this area of effect?
Is that adding 3?
No, this is a
Ooh.
thing that's about to happen on the
Are
ship.
you also 5 feet away from Dumbo?
Does he get plus 3 from Dumbo? Because he is also a paladin.
12 plus
It's
3,
still
15. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dumbo got a 17, and Iago got a.
Dumbo,
Wow.
Louis, Iago, Raya.
Uh-oh.
All of you guys feel the ship suddenly bank and turn, as you all four drop to the deck, completely prone. I now need everyone to roll me initiative officially.
Please don't kill Terry.
Don't kill Terry.
19.
Terry is an
My
innocent
Terry
person.
boy.
You're rolling badly again.
I've rolled terribly all night.
Nat 20.
Hey,
Nice, Peter.
Peter, come
Can
in
you just
clutch.
smack him really hard, please?
21. Well done, Raya, on a 21. 16.
Give me a
14.
second.
Jack got pretty high there, actually. And Terry got a 16. Merida, what'd you get? 23. Well done. Dumbo,
17.
17. And Iago.
13.
And Louis got a 22.
Louis got a 23.
Wow, Louis.
Meg,
12. Shut up.
Merida,
Thank
Peter,
you much.
Raya. Alrighty.
I like the
Do
lad.
you want to be able to re-roll that again?
This one's be a lad.
It's
Peter,
fine.
on your
That's
natural
cute. I just
20,
think it's
you are
cute.
definitely going for... Oh, Rapunzel, what'd you get? Sorry.
22.
20.
Not 22, that was my previous roll. 19.
19.
23, 19. 23, 19.
I have to quick check. Who has the better dex between you and
Who
Jack Sparrow?
made this bread?
Ooh, we need to roll again as you and Jack Sparrow tie for dexterity.
Wait, what?
Ah.
Oh no.
16.
Oh, he got higher.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Immediately again, unloosing what was just invisibility. Jack Sparrow is at the helm, has immediately banked hard to port.
So
As
much.
boom, the deck is at that 30-degree angle, and so for a lot of people who aren't used to normalcy, but most of you actually did regain your footing. So like Merida, Peter, Rapunzel, most of you are fine. Currently, you are the closest to Rapunzel. Peter, what would you like to do?
All right. Since I can see Jack now,
Yes.
let's see. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, poo.
Poo.
You got 11.
Fails.
He's gonna lucky it. Hey, 19.
Gosh damn it!
Hey.
Hey, can Jack take a couple points off of that for me, please?
Does this wild magic or is this? Oh yes, this creature you can see.
You're gonna take 4 off of that, please.
Yes!
So 15.
He fails.
All right, he fails.
So yeah, just like
no, this is gonna go great.
almost Aslan's voice coming from Peter as he just stares into like Jack's soul. Just halt.
Oh gosh.
As Peter casts command person.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yes!
Jack Sparrow for his turn is going to halt.
And his turn.
He'll take no moves, take no actions. That's his turn. Gosh.
And then
Merida.
using my
Oh yes. Sorry.
using my walks,
You're on deck. So
using my movement, I'm gonna walk up to the helm and just like push Jack aside and take over.
cool. You take it.
Right, I'm gonna go join Peter up there because I don't actually know what's going on. I've been in a different place this whole time.
You're good. Suddenly you're on a ship. Jack Sparrow's here, and Peter just magically made him stop. So
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Wait, so we're not fighting Jack?
Jack did just list the ship sideways to try to like knock you guys down.
Oh, right.
It's what triggered the initiative because he took an official action to like.
Gotcha. Well, I have it's a cantrip, I think, where I can like make vines grow and restrain.
Oh,
Person.
entangle. That's
Yeah.
one of your first level spells.
So
Creature must
tie
succeed
up
on a
that-
strength saving throw or be restrained.
But he can't move right now.
He cannot
What
move.
if you put
Yeah,
peanut
so-
butter on top of a Rice Krispie?
Meaning,
That'd be pretty awesome.
Merida,
Do it.
how do you want to finish this encounter? How do you want to stop him?
Well,
Do it
since
and tell us
he's
about it.
not able to move,
He
I'm
needed
just
that
going
lucky point. He
to
really needed it.
tie him to the mast.
Jack Sparrow is
Put
suddenly
little
tied to the
flowers in
mast.
his hair.
Can we search him first? for
We are
points?
out of initiative.
Okay. For actually, Flynn, you're better at this.
Terry,
We're gonna
comes
solve
up
this
just like,
diplomatically.
Hey guys,
How sad would
guys.
anyone be if I just kind of tossed him overboard?
Hey,
No!
this is.
We are not killing anyone. I did
You
not
see
come
Jack?
back.
Run him through, Terry. Run him through and make him see
I
blood.
put it
Terry,
right
we're
around
not
his
here
mouth.
to harm
Terry's
you.
just like,
People were
hey
not here to
gang,
hurt them.
this was my sabbatical, and
what that
I
word
kind of
means.
need him alive.
Vacation.
Oh no, I'm on a missionary sabbatical for the Church of Tiger Lily.
What? The what?
Right, you guys are Imagineers. Hi, I'm Terry. Listen,
Hi,
been going
Terry.
through a lot, honestly. Used to be
I'm sorry.
a Venatore. I would hunt people. I think you're friends? No, what do you call them when they come after you?
Successors.
Successors.
I think post-successors is a better word, but alright.
It's redundant.
Your successors, they're like pretty cool. Honestly, great guys. I mean, honestly, personally partial to the fishes. They're a good family. Yeah, no, we were a couple days ago in Sumani. There was a tidal wave. It was a thing. And yeah, the little fish made Notre Dame Tiger Lily's church.
Wow, that's a lot.
I got a pamphlet. He's going to pull out an actual pamphlet he owns.
Iago multi-classes
Also,
into
I called it too
paladin.
much peanut butter.
No more paladins.
Cleric.
Did you
No.
ever goddess
John
mention
Smith,
any of
Norrington,
this
and
to you?
Goliath all multi-class into
No more
paladins.
paladins.
The little gremlin.
No more paladins.
She's so useless.
No more paladins.
Apparently not.
I'm not useless.
All right, here's what's going to happen. Terry is going to just give you a brief
Oh,
rundown.
so you can say that, but you can't like give us a heads up about stuff like this.
Here is the official, the Church
A middle
of.
finger for
uh,
Tiger Lily.
Here's what you see. Church of the Lost
Very
Ones.
sibling.
It's got a beautiful silver bottle with a small little flag rag and a blue flame at the end.
It's a Molotov cocktail! I love this so much.
The first page is the 12 tenets of Tiger Lily.
What?
If you're ever afraid or doubtful, remember your TTTs. As Terry reads through, number 12, band together with your fellow man to rebel against the greater enemy. There's always a greater enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. 11, fun is a dish best served without a plate. Always look for the fun in life, and you will never be trapped by the bonds of normalcy or mediocrity. If you have any inner turmoil, pray to Tiger Lily for guidance. That's
Hang on,
10.
did she write this herself?
10.
This
Oh, no.
really feels like her.
Sounds pretty spot
Nemo
on.
Esmeralda wrote this for her.
Wow.
Sorry, number 9.
For someone who hasn't met her, that's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Number 9. Thou shalt never ever lose hope in yourself. Hope
wouldn't
leads
say
to
thou
change
shalt.
and new beginnings. Oh wait, it's loose. They mistyped. There's a mistype in the pamphlet.
That's on brand.
That's a little awkward.
Yeah.
8. Just because something is unseen doesn't mean it's lost. That's one of my personal favorites. 7. Failure is a part of growth. Don't be afraid to fail. 6. Nothing is more important than brotherhood and sisterhood. 5. Ignorance is the enemy. It's one of those. I don't know. I'm a missionary. I'm just a. Anyway.
You don't know.
4. Thou shalt always see things through the eyes of an innocent child. Innocence is the ultimate virtue. For when we become like children, we are the most open to change and love. Number 3. Thou shalt always strive to help your fellow man to find themselves. Number 2. If you lose something or someone, they may always be found. Oh, and finally, number 1. I probably should have started with this one. Above all, if you are lost, you can always be found.
She thinks she's innocent?
There's more to the pamphlet. We believe in the goddess Tiger Lily. She's the one god that saved all. We believe Doomsday is individualized for those who have lost their fun and childlike wonder. We try to protect ourselves from Doomsday. Your fellow man who helped you find yourself is the greatest angel. Be that angel for your fellow man as well. But I think angels exist. They didn't. That was kind of unclear when they gave me the pamphlet before I left.
I think we do.
We do have sacred texts. The Holy Rebel.
What? the what?
The Holy Rebel.
What does that word mean?
I think they combined rebel with Bible.
Oh.
They're still printing that one. They're getting it ready. It's gonna have some cool stuff, like the Book of Tiger Lily, first book of Nemo, the Book of Esmeralda, second book of Nemo.
They're making books about themselves? Hold on.
No, for you.
To be fair, when there are like 4 living clerics in the country,
They
they're
need
all
books.
prophets.
Uh,
yeah.
We do
Oh
believe
my
in omens.
gosh. That
Big,
doesn't mean they know what they're
boring
talking
grown-ups are a bad omen. Small, smiling children are good omens.
Iago kind of just like stands up a little bit of that one.
You're not.
Oh, you're a bad omen, sir.
Someone who is an adult out of adolescence.
But yes, we are an organization of beliefs,
Alright.
rituals, and
You're
emotions.
driving, you're not
Yearly, oh yes, I'm supposed to, he hands you each a small slip of paper. I'm supposed to invite you, the 13th day of Lillian, the followers of Lily.
Is
We will
this her
travel
birthday?
to Notre Dame in Sumani to commemorate Lily's sacrifice.
Oh,
That
this
was
is
the day
day
she died. the 13th day of Lilian.
Did they
Or excuse
shoot
me,
the culprit?
Herculan. I told them wrong. It's Herculan, the 8th month. In each month, we ask them
Aren't we, like,
members
barely
to
in the second
meet with
month right
their
now?
fathers. Yeah, it's about like that's why they're planning it now.
End of the year.
Every month, each follower will meet with their friends and fellow members to discuss how they've helped a lost one. Every week, we ask followers to do at least an hour of research and study on the Church of the Lost One.
What?
And daily, every member will strive daily to help lost ones find themselves, or as best you can.
Is it me?
I'm
did
just
not
chatting,
get
like,
off on
while
this
people are having this conversation,
schedule?
is somebody steering the ship who, like, knows
Peter
how
is.
to
Peter is. How well do you know Peter sailing though, Peter?
I mean, he had years just in Narnia to kind of do what he wants.
Go ahead and make me an intelligence check. I won't give you proficiency yet.
Dumbo's gonna search the boat while this is going on. He's not listening to the.
What check? Intelligence?
Intelligence. It's an intelligence based. A sailing check is intelligence based.
Scotland is an island,
It is an island.
so would America
Everything's
have any
like that,
sailing know-how?
A little
I feel
bit.
like-
You
I feel
could,
like-
if you want to make a similar check, you could offer the help action.
That's
I
13.
could offer the help
Yeah.
action,
Go ahead and offer the. So you'll make a roll as well, and if you get high enough,
To see
yes,
if
it will
you
help.
can tell, or
Um,
if it's going to be bad, actually.
As
My
basically in
intelligence isn't actually that good, so
Terry's fishing up. Just we have a lot of sacred symbols, like the launch pad to the Meridian being a Tiger ship, flying ship, and a sacred temple to Tiger Lily.
Launch
Uh,
pad?
The launch pad to the Meridian.
What is the launch pad to the Meridian? Is
That
this a
was your
teleportation
guys'
circle?
name.
What?
What'd you
The
get?
Meridian, we named our ship.
The
No,
launch
the
pad-
launch pad to
Oh.
the Caribbean.
I thought that's what you guys named your ship, the launch pad to the Meridian,
No, it's what?
It's just the Meridian.
Just the Meridian.
not the launch pad to the Meridian.
No.
Terry, Molotov cocktails and crystal orbs are good signs or symbols to look for.
Unless you're from Agrabah.
There's not a lot of different
Yeah.
sects of the church, but you can always look for High Prophet Nemo, the highest cleric, Chief Cardinal Esmeralda, the Cardinal Rapunzel, or the 6 sages of the Meridian, Phoebus, Barbosa, Nick, Mike, Gusto, and Marlin. Oh, yeah, you're a cardinal.
What is a cardinal?
Your mom's a cardinal.
Currently, yeah.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
Forward.
Is your mother a bird?
Right now, I'm just a missionary for the church. It's more a part-time thing. I'm
Cardinal's
going to
an
be
office in the
honest.
Catholic Church.
Oh,
This
I
is
know,
kind
I
of
know.
helping me.
Rapunzel has no idea.
You see, Terry's like, I'm feeling out myself
Sorry.
right now.
Yeah, you're good.
There's a lot of stuff in the world. For the longest time, I
On
used
Earth?
I think that was Shelby.
I used to be just a dude who would hunt people for money, and honestly, didn't really vibe with me.
I think she
So,
wanted the door closed
Yeah.
because we were too loud.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
so I'm just trying this for a moment. Jack's helping me out. I'll probably stop off at next port.
Alright.
Yeah, did you have a destination in mind for this whole cruise thing?
No, I'm just kind of
Excellent.
Psych-
We'll
How
drop
about
off in Scotland.
Scotland?
Right.
Yep, we're going.
Well, here. Meredith,
Alright.
you take the helm. since you
Actually,
won't
I'll
come.
take the helm because I do have proficiency in sailing.
Sounds good. Peter's gonna walk up to Jack and just, alright, Captain, we just need your help in finding something we've been looking for.
no.
22 on sailing, August.
No, well done. The ship is no longer off course, and so you guys will start
Nice.
to be able to set courses.
Not even to save the world.
No.
Kings promise you will be pardoned for your aid.
What kind of king?
High King Peter, Lord of Cair Paravel, Emperor of the Lonely Islands, and Lord of Narnia.
Is that anywhere near Dizonia?
Kind of.
What kind of weight we talking? What kind of king are you?
High King?
No, you say High King. Are we talking like you named yourself High King? A king named you High King?
A god named me High King.
Ooh, that's a pretty good partner there. How about this? I'll take you one destination. You offload my ship. I get a pardon. We never have to see each other again, Savage.
Sounds good.
Maybe
Are you sure? Like, talk to the rest of us?
Not maybe you
I
should.
don't- Peter's just doing. Yeah.
No, guys, it's plausible deniability. Peter can make a deal, but the rest of us haven't made it.
The location we're looking for is the
Loopholes!
Walrus.
I am.
Yes, you are learning well.
Yeah.
Jack's
This is why
gonna.
we get along.
Also, by the way, I go over to.
You guys see Peter. Say that one more time.
The location we're looking for is the Walrus.
Nope.
Alright?
I'm sorry. I don't have a death wish. Why would I look for the Lord of the Skies in his scary little flying ship that appears and disappears out of nowhere, only to find myself killed and probably not get pardoned, and therefore quite a bit of a sad adventure to me?
Right. Can I do a perception check to see his compass?
Yes, you can.
Dang it.
Shit!
Look.
Not one. It's probably all covered in vines.
Yeah.
It's what?
Peter, you don't
Oh,
know
it
where it
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, no idea. That was a little metagamey
Ryan's
about
like,
the
guys,
compass.
So
okay,
Dumbo is
so I
searching
took
the
this mortal utensil.
Oh no! Fun fact:
Right?
compass may be somewhere in hell. Last Jim saw it was twirling away into the world.
That's
Yeah,
right,
We
'cause
have
freaking-
no
Yes.
idea where it is.
And I have no clue what happened last night. Oh, you haven't watched it?
Yeah, you don't.
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
All right, ladies and
All right.
gentlemen, you are hearing this. Jack's on there. Terry just like, yeah, I'm down for whatever. Really, this is kind of just a thing for me.
we're kind of on a witch
I'm
hunt.
down for Scotland. It sounds nice. I could probably spread some good cheer.
You might need that because there was a demon there on the loose, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have
Oh,
a map?
oh! You don't got to worry about that. No worries. My friends are taking care of him,
What?
or at least we're supposed to. I think they may have been taking a quick detour to kill Davy Jones, but we're taking care of the bear, or they are. I'm not with
Right.
them.
Do you guys know how to get to Scotland?
Is there a map on this ship?
Check
Yes,
Captain's
Iago,
quarters.
you were looking for it.
Dumbo.
Or Dumbo was, excuse me.
Okay, so on perception, that's a 24.
A 24. No, but yeah, in the captain's quarters, there's quite a few maps. Maps of reports, ranges. Some of these maps, they're not like great. They're not like, ooh, here's the secret stuff. But some of these maps have handwritten notes of like, if you come into port in this certain place, try here. Like, these are the best times to dock without being seen. Stuff like that.
Would make me happy.
But Dumbo, you definitely find a map of Magencia. This is a crudely painted over map. And it is the map that we see in front of us, as Jack has started charting out a bit of the waters. Right now, though, it seems like there's a bit of land in between Duckburg and England. Like, Jack's waters, like, has a waterway from Agrabah, stuff around here. You see, though, actually, again, on this, Jack has come from Sumani up through past Neverland and has been going out past here. It would be making about a 180 going back in, but as far as you know, this is still all land mass, according to Jack's map. He is yet to
Okay.
discover that.
Yeah,
And
so-
you can share this with the group. It's
Yeah,
easy
Dumbo
enough to
shared
describe
that,
it.
Yeah.
And Iago would be like, well, if we don't know what the rest of the continent looks like and that's all land, it seems the best option is to come in through the bayou.
The bayou.
Does that work for you? Is there a problem with the bayou?
Isn't there an army still camped out there?
Yeah.
There's an army in the
And
bayou.
3?
There's an army in the bayou?
By the way,
Yeah,
hold
there's not
on.
both
The entirety
in
of the forces of evil are kind of hiding in the bayou. We almost died.
Well, I
Right,
don't-
that's the
okay.
message we
kind
got.
of
It was
fair.
very
And
vague.
there can go
Yeah.
around
Something to
too.
say, they probably would not be there anymore. If they were, that would be absolutely stupid because they know that we know that they are there.
They also know how they can trounce
There's only
us.
one because she just
Yeah,
graduated
but we
high
also
school.
know their
Oh.
location and would maybe have access to armies. They don't know that.
You see Flynn's like, I agree with Rapunzel. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to keep your secret army in a place that's not
I
secret.
mean, you
Yeah.
agree with Meredith.
Yeah,
Or
I was
Merida.
gonna say-
Meredith said the
So
same
more than
thing.
likely moved on
Are
by
you
it.
guys talking to Terry?
I mean, and if there is an army there, don't you know my name?
That's true. It would have been
I-
way better.
Terry said, I do not.
Oh, pleasure to meet
His
you,
name
Terry
is
Lucette.
Ethan.
My name is
And I
Iago
cut in,
with the
I
Razor
cut in
Revolver.
as he said
Eric!
His
Nice
name
to
is
meet you.
Eric.
Nice to meet you,
Right, if he's one
Iago
person,
the
we
Eric
can
the
kill him
Dragon.
if he squeals. It's
That
not a big
works.
deal.
Cool.
That is
Nice
true.
to meet you.
Oh yes, my name's Eric now. Sorry.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Sorry about
You
that.
do you.
You should call me Eric.
Yeah.
because Iago's supposed to be dead.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
dead
it's
name.
a
Gotcha.
journal.
Yeah, Eric. Cool.
Dead name.
We love a
Eric the
supportive
Razor
kid.
of Armies.
Yeah.
Razor with a Z, as in I destroy them.
Hey, yeah, and I used to be known for stripping people down to the
For
bone
stripping?
and just taking them
I used to be
home.
known
Like,
for stripping.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Ryan was intrigued at first and
Yes.
then you go over. Uh-oh.
I love how Ryan and I both went to the